未来は誰にもわからない皆は僕をダメなやつと思う鏡を見つめる僕を見下げているけど中には大きな力希望がある Maybe I'm a little young but you don't know what I've become Can't you see it in my face Demon living in disguise but you can see the killer in my eyes I've got a look you can't escape You can't escape No one understood the world that I was making. Look me in the face and tell me I was faking. Maybe I'm a little young, but you don't know what I've become. Can't you see it in my face? Demon living in disguise, but you can see the killer in my eyes. I got a look you can't escape. Eyes and flames call my name. I freeze, I burn, I blame. I love, I hate the same. It's on my face, I cannot hide from the mistake my parents made. I'm never moving on. Not made from love, a remnant of a selfish motive. Was I needed? Do I need it to go wrong? Polarized in hair and pain, pumping through my veins. Eyes in flames, call my name. I freeze, I burn, I blame. I love, I hate the same. If I embrace the side of me, I only fuel the fire. But is it wrong for me to fight it?
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Quasi Guru Twitch channel. Glad to have you all join in with me again today. And what an exciting day to fly an airplane, right? So we are in Montego Bay, everybody, in Jamaica. And we're going to be flying over to Toncontín in Honduras, one of the most dangerous approaches in the world, and we're going to do it here on our channel today. So I'm excited. I hope you guys are too. Let's get it. Woohoo! USA West, all players. Let's get in here. Let's get this done, right? I'm going to be on VATSI too, so you know what? I'm going to go throw out some of the rules on VATSI, right? I got to do it, right? I got to do it. Got to throw out some of these rules on VATSI. Yeah. Toncontín. Maple, get in here. Come on, let's go. Let's go get this flight done. Come on, folks. Hop on in. USA West. All players. over here in Montego Bay in Jamaica. Come on. Oh, you know what? You know what, Maple? Just live with it, okay? Listen. The reason why I'm flying the Spirit livery right now is because not only is it available, right, but I'm flying it because that approach into Toncontin, I want everybody to be terrified. I want everyone to be screaming on landing, right? And if they're in a Spirit airplane, we don't even attach the screen door, yet alone close the door in the aircraft before we take off, right? So let's get up here. Let's do it, folks. Let's go ahead and get this flight done. Canesto, welcome back. Maple Aviation, glad to see you in the channel as well. And we've also got, let's see here, who else is here? I also saw On Hearsay in here as well. So, folks, come load in here into Montego Bay. Let's get this flight done. Let's have some fun. I'm in the CRJ today in the CRJ 700 Spirit livery. Let's go ahead and have some fun, folks. Let's get this aircraft going here. I'm going to go ahead and open up the doors here. Guys, Canesto shared with me a wonderful workflow for the CRJ. And generally, I throw workflows aside all of the time. I hate using workflows. If you know me about the CJ4, I'm very much flip switches, let's go, let's ride, let's get this flight done, right? But right now, though, I'm actually kind of enjoying this workflow. It's actually 757 Spies workflow, and honestly, it's pretty good. It's great, actually, if you ask me. Check this out, all right? I'm going to go ahead and just show you guys this workflow. You guys are going to love this, right? So check this out. Initial power up, electronic flight bag on. Yeah, I think I got the laptop turned on. We're good. Okay, so we got the tablet on here. Electronic flight bag is on. Wheel chocks need to be on and in place. We're good there. Main door is open. Let's go and just check to make sure I open it. Okay, main door is open. Everyone should be able to enter in to the Spirit livery CRJ here as we're about to take off. So, but welcome everybody once again back to the Quasi Guru Twitch channel. Let's get it in here. Montego Bay to Toncontin in the CRJ. One of the most dangerous approaches in the entire world. I'm going to go and jump into the Discord too, folks, so feel free to jump into my Discord under the Quasi Guru live channel, and we will be able to talk to each other in there. So I may have to deafen myself at times, especially when we're doing VATSIM and stuff, right? But folks, just keep in mind that since I'm going to be on VATSIM, if you are going to join in the Discord, make sure you're deafened, especially when I need to make radio calls, unless of course we don't have unless of course we really don't have much going on. But I'm going to go ahead and load up here really quick. I am on this flight, Spirit Wings flight 669. Just for you, Canesto, 669. All right, going to go and connect to the network. Just check to see if we got anybody down here in Jamaica, Bahama. Come on, pretty mama, right? There we go. All right, so we are currently connected to the network. Looks like there is no one down here. So if you guys are interested to join in on VATSIM, even you're not very comfortable with VATSIM, come on in, load up here in Montego Bay as we make this flight over to Toncontin, and come join in on VATSIM. You know, you might learn something, and it may not be too stressful since we have no ATC right now. But folks, welcome back. We're currently doing live weather, live time. We may adjust the time as we go, right? But right now, though, we've got the sun coming down, it's setting, it's beautiful out. Let's just have some fun, right? Canesto, I can't hear you. It's like you've got a hot mic, but you're not talking. Hope it's not me. But anyway, folks, let's go ahead and let's get this thing going, right? Let's go ahead and start going through this flow sheet here. Let's get this aircraft powered up. Let's get this thing ready to roll so we can go have a fun flight over to Toncontin, and let's see how dangerous this flight will be in a plane that I've never flown it in, right? So I did Paro yesterday, had some issues with a transition for Paro, found a bug in the CRJ, submitted it to Aerosoft. They're already going to be looking into it, so that's great. So, you know, probably be in the next update for fixes. But folks, grateful to have you all join in here. Canesto, looks like you're still hot mic'd here, my friend. Let me just make sure it's not on my side for voice and video. Doesn't look like it is, but I could be wrong. Whoa! Spider Kiger is now following the channel. Excellent, Spider Kiger. Welcome back to the Quasi Guru Twitch channel. Glad to have you here, and welcome to the stream. I hope you have a fun time with us here on this flight. If you'd like to, yeah, but it shows you as a hot mic right now, Canesto. I don't know what's going on. It shows you completely hot right now. Give me 1 second here, folks. My stream beats got all messed up there. Started playing a different song. Hate it when it does that. Let me just get this going back. Let's do some lo-fi instead, shall we? Do something kind of calm and relaxing and just smooth, right? As we go ahead and get ready here for the departure here from Montego Bay. Let's go and get a flashlight on just so I can see for a moment while we get some lights going. Let's go and go battery master to on, and we're going to go ahead and turn up the overhead lights here on this panel, as well as make sure that we have our dome light on. It is in fact on. I'm going to turn my compass to dim since it is kind of late at night. We're going to kill that flashlight just for now, maybe. Well, I don't know. We may have to keep it on for just a minute until I get everything set up here again. But folks, like I said, welcome back to the stream. Glad to have you join in today. I hope you're all having a wonderful day. If you're not, just understand, things, no matter what, will always get better, and that's something you got to strive for, right? You always got to strive to make sure that, you're always working towards getting better, or trying to work towards something that is better, right, for everybody. And I think that counts for everyone, folks. So, but anyway, let's go ahead and before we start up the APU, let's go ahead and do a fire detection test. Fire system's okay. It's marked okay. We got the master warning flash on for us. That's good. All right, so we can go ahead and fire up the APU now. Let's get this bird ready to roll. If you guys would like to, once again, feel free to join in on USA West. Oh, there we go. So, Canesto, it looks like you're no longer hot mic'd. Can you talk? I've keyed up to you a couple times here, Canesto. I'm not sure what's going on here. But folks, if you'd like to, come join into the Quasi Guru Discord channel under the Quasi Guru live stream. And that way you guys will be able to talk with me on the stream and have your voice heard as well. So,
yeah, I'm here.
Excellent. Now I can hear you. We're all good. Okay. Awesome. Let's get this thing going then, shall we, Canesto?
Yeah.
All right, folks, here we go. I'm going to go ahead and get everything else going. Let's go ahead and get our nav turned on so our IRSs can align. I'm going to go through this workflow as fast as possible, make sure that we don't have anything too crazy going on. But we got
Was it East or West USA?
I believe it's USA West. Let me just verify one quick second. I'm pretty sure I left it the same before we departed on the last thing. Yeah, it's West USA.
Okay, thank you.
No problem. But yeah, West USA, everybody. If you'd like to come and join West USA, MKJG, Mike Kilo, Juliet Golf. Mike Kilo Juliet Golf. Yeah, Mike Kilo Juliet Golf here in Montego Bay. And we'll be flying into Honduras today. So hope you're all interested in the flight and hope you're going to have some fun here on this flight as we fly into one of the most dangerous airports in the world for an approach that I've never done with CRJ. That's kind of what makes this fun, though, right? Is doing something you've never done in an airplane and having fun doing it, right? So let's go ahead and get through this workflow here really quick. All right, so we're going to look through the workflow here. We've got main door is open already. We've already verified that. Gear lever is in the down position. Flap lever is all the way up. Speed brakes are in the stowed position. Throttles are completely shut off. No fuel is being applied to them right now. Nose wheel steering is currently in the off position. Hydraulic systems are also in the off position up here. That's all good. Battery master is set to the on position. We've already done that. I've also provided ground power and started up the APU, so we're going to skip a little bit down here. Nav lights to on. Fire detection test has already been done. APU door open verified. Hydraulic pump 3A, let's go ahead and turn that one on really quick. That's for the electric system. Recirculation fan, so we need to make sure we turn this on with our packs as well, especially once the APU is up. That way we have air conditioning, and also we're able to keep the airplane pressurized up in the air. That's basically what keeps the airplanes pressurized is the packs. So then we'll go ahead and go to windshield heat. We're going to turn both of those over to the low position, and we're also going to go ahead and turn on our let's see here, probes can wait, I guess. No smoking sign is going to go to on. All right, that is done officially. Emergency lights are going to go to the arm position. IR switch is in the nav position. That's already done. Let's go ahead and work on getting our FMS set up here. We're going to go to position INET, and we're going to go over to next page. We're going to grab a GNSS 1 position, go to previous page, put that into our set position here. We're going to put in our current airport, which is Mike Kilo Juliet George, Montego Bay, Jamaica. Wait, Mike Kilo Juliet George, did I type that wrong? I'm pretty sure I did, actually. It's probably, Mike Kilo Juliet Sierra, everybody. I tend to make a fool of myself occasionally, so, there's always that potential possibility that I'm going to make a mistake. Give me a second here, folks. I will be coming back to the chat here in a minute if you are trying to talk to me. I'm not 100% sure, but Mike Kilo Juliet Sierra, okay, that is now, in fact, entered. Let's see here. Looks like you have lots of ATC online today. Well, you know what? I don't see. We do in fact now have ATC coming online here. So it does look like we actually do have someone here at this airport that will be able to provide us ATC today. So that's actually kind of cool that we'll actually be able to have some ATC support as we are going to be flying out of here today. But yeah, it looks like our Christmas tree also works in the airplane. So that's always good. We can celebrate Christmas while we're up in the air. Let's go ahead and continue on working on this. But if you guys like to, like I said, once again, feel free to come join me at Montego Bay. Mike Kilo Juliet Sierra. I keep mispronouncing it, but Mike Kilo Juliet Sierra, and we're going to go ahead and work on getting the rest of this workflow done here. So we already did the position INET. We've already got that done. Let's go to our departure airport. We're going to go to flight plan, and we're going to enter in our departure airport, which is Mike Kilo Juliet Sierra. And then from there, we're going to go ahead and just punch that into our origin. And then our destination airport is going to be MHTG, which is Mike Hotel Tango Golf. Mike Hotel. Trying to find the keys here. It's so much easier if I actually had this right next to me. Like, I swear one of these days I'm going to build a home cockpit for either the CJ4 or the CRJ, because I just want more realism. I want it all there with me all the time, right? So, but folks, today we are officially Spirit Wings flight 669. So I'm going to go ahead and just punch that in really quick. November Kilo Sierra 669. And that's going to go into our flight number here. That's all done. We're going to go ahead and execute this. We're going to go to our departure arrival. We're going to start entering everything in. We're going to be leaving via the Bosom 7 departure, and that's going to be via, I believe, runway 7. So we're going to be departing via runway 7 today, and we're going to go to flight plan. We're going to work on filling out the rest of the legs. We're going to go to next page, and then from Bosom 7, we're going to go direct EMESA, Edward Mike Alpha Sierra Alpha. And then after EMESA, we're going to go direct Kruta. And then after Kruta, we are going to go direct Caret, K-A-R-E-T. And then from there, we are going to do direct Melvo. I feel like this is like a really long-winded flight plan, right? Like, this is just insanely long to me, but that's okay, though. We're flying a little bit further than normal, and then we're going to go direct to Toncontin. So at this point, that all looks good to me. Let's go ahead and head over to our departure arrival page coming into Toncontin. I do not have a star for this one yet. I may go ahead and look up one here in a moment, but I'm going to assume we're not even going to worry about that just yet. Actually, in fact, I'm probably going to call ATC for clearance to see if they want to give me a star coming into Toncontin, or if they just want to keep me on direct before I even punch that into the FMS here. But let's go ahead and let's just finish up the workflow here. Let's make sure we get everything done. Yes, I do. Let's see here. ATC for the win. That's right. And Kingston Radar, the Storm of the Spirit CRJs. That's right. The Storm of the Spirit CRJs. I'm pretty sure they're going to be a little bit thrown off with Spirit flying this far south, right? They may even be scared of us too. So, all right, folks, we've got most of our flight plan entered in. I'm just going to go ahead and finish up with the rest of this here. Let's go over to, let's see here. I'm just making sure that I got the rest of this stuff done. Gonna check over my legs, make sure we have no discontinuities in here. We do have a couple headings in here, which is normal for the departure. That's totally fine. Let's see here. Execute button, no, legs page, discontinuities, execute. Okay, so now we need to go back to the performance page. So we'll head down here, go to performance. We're gonna do need to head over here now to the EFB to actually do the rest of this calculation. So now we're going to go ahead and enter in our zero fuel weight and our fuel weights from SimBrief. So our zero fuel weight on this flight is going to be 27,964 pounds, kilograms, and then we're also going to have then a block fuel of 49.76 for this flight. All right, we got that done. We'll set payload and simulator, copy the perf init data to the FMS, and let's go ahead and keep going here with the flow to get this aircraft going, right? So, yeah, I know it's absolutely crazy, right, Maple, that we're going to scare ATC here with some Spirit aircraft, but you know, that's totally fine, right? So let's see what happens with them, right? So let's see here. All right, so our cruising altitude today via SimBrief is going to be at flight level 360. So let's go ahead and punch in flight level 360. And after that, then we're going to go ahead and head to next page, and we're going to enter an estimated time of departure. I'm going to assume we'll probably depart within the next 15, say 20 minutes. So that's probably going to be around what time? Let's say 0-100 maybe? 0-100 Zulu, maybe? There we go, 0-100. Okay, I got that working this time. Last time I was actually having an issue with it. We'll go into the VNav setup page, just make sure everything else is filled in here. This all looks good. Okay, let's go ahead and just keep going through the workflow here. Make sure everything else is as needed to be done. Let's see here. We've already put in our transition altitude. We've already done this. We've already done that. Don't need to worry about the flex temp because no one really knows how to calculate it anyway for this aircraft. We don't seem to have a flex temp calculator yet. And if you know of one, please let me know. That way we can go ahead and get it taken care of. But I'm going to head over to the radio tuning page. I'm going to insert my flight number. So no, I'm not SkyWest. What am I doing? I'm telling you, I was flying too much Delta earlier. We are November Kilo Sierra flight 669. In the flight ID, that's all done. We'll execute that, head back to the radio, and at this point now, folks, because we're almost done here for setup, let's go ahead and just finish the rest of the cockpit setup. I'm going to contact ATC then, and we will get ourselves rolling. I'm pretty sure someone must have heard me logging into Twitch or something because we had no ATC when I first got in here, and now ATC is just coming in like they really want to deal with me, right? Pretty sure I'm probably the last simmer they want to deal with, right? But we'll see what happens. Let's give them some fun. Let's give them a flight that they'll never forget, right? So, all right, folks, we're going to keep on going here with the workflow. All right, we've got stab trim, mock trim, and yaw dampers engaged. That's all good to go. Generally, we're going to go ahead and tune runway heading here for takeoff. So we're going to be taking off from runway 07. So 07, probably going to be about a heading of 070. Of course, we can always check that in a minute to see what it's actually going to be, but let's tune in 070 for the heading. It's pretty standard. You normally take off with runway heading unless otherwise instructed by ATC. So here we go, tuning in to 070 for our heading. And now that we've got heading tuned in, we will go ahead and do our initial clearance altitude. So at this point, it's probably best to maybe contact ATC and say, hey, yo, we need to know what we are going to do here before we take off, right? But let's go ahead and pull out ground power really quick now that we're powered up with our, we're actually powered up the rest of the way. So we should be good to go here. Let's go ahead and contact ATC. Let's get some clearance here so we can get the heck out of Dodge, right? All right, so let's see here. We've got MKJK Center on, so I'm going to contact them at 125.4. And it looks like I'm probably going to be with them for a while. So I'm going to assume when I work on my craft here, because, you know, that's kind of the moniker we use, right, to get flight clearances. But we're cleared to KMHTG, which is going to be Honduras, right, or Toncontin. And we're going to be cleared probably via the route. I'm pretty sure they're not going to change it. But, you know, there's always that possibility it could happen. And we're probably going to be holding on to center here while we do this. So we're going to be on 125.4 here for the departure. So I'm writing this stuff down before I even contact them. That way it makes the copying down of the clearance a little bit more easy, right? That's the biggest thing. You want to keep things easy. I'm actually going to bring up the lights here a little bit outside though, so everyone can actually see the beauty that is Spirit over here with Canesto and I, right? So that's right, we got Spirit Airlines here, folks. Canesto and I are in Spirit aircraft, and we're showing our team spirit here, right, with Spirit Airlines. I know, probably a bad joke, but don't unfollow because of the bad joke, right? Just stay here. We'll make it up to you, I promise, right? So, all right, let's go ahead and tune into our to our controller here. Let's get clearance from them so we can go ahead and depart. We're going to go ahead and tune into 125.4 for for Montego Bay Center, and let's see what we get here, right? Let's see if we can get a clearance here, getting us the heck out of Montego Bay, and let's see if we can get this bird a rolling, right? So, all right, folks, I'm tuned into 125.4, making sure they're still online. They are, so therefore, I'm going to contact them. I'm going to get my clearance, and let's get the heck rolling, right? So, all right, folks, give me 1 second here. Montego Bay Center. Spirit Wings Flight 669, requesting IFR clearance to Tan Canteen.
Spirit Wings 669er Kingston Radar, good evening. You're clear to Mike Hotel Tango Golf Airport via the Bosom 7 departure with Bosom transitioned in as well. You may depart via the SID, initial climb 5,000 feet, expect higher with me, squawk 6743, and expect runway 07 for departure.
Clear to the Tan Canteen Airport via the clear to the Tan Canteen Airport via the Bosom 7 departure, then Bosom. Depart via the SID. Initial altitude is going to be 5,000. Departure frequency is going to be with you, 125.4, and squawking 3043 in the box. I expect runway 7, Spirit Wings 669er. I think I copied it down right. Did I get it right? I hope I got it right. I have no idea. He hasn't.
Wings 669, readback is correct. Push and start at discretion. Call awaited taxi.
Push and start at my discretion, everybody. I got it right. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I just got that right. Welcome back, Delta Sky. Glad to see you join back here on the Quasi Guru Twitch channel as we make our flight here from Montego Bay all the way over to Tan Canteen Airport. It's going to be a fun one.
Do you copy?
Yeah, I will push and start at my discretion and contact you when ready to taxi, Spirit Wing 669er. All right, folks. Yeah, I forgot to contact the controller back, right? But at least I'm doing something right? Like I copied everything else down, so I'm going to go ahead and squawk mode Charlie right now. Canesto, are you ready to go?
1515, you may continue your descent via the start published altitude.
All right, you let me know when you're ready.
Down to 4,000 feet, report Elster inbound.
I'll catch you.
All right, sounds good. All right, I'm going to go ahead and set up everything else here. We got my V-speed set in the computer. Let's keep the nose gear off. I don't know why I had the nose gear even turned on, but let's go ahead and keep working on this here. I got push and start at my discretion. So I'm going to go ahead and just start my push here. We're not going to take off without Canesto, though, so we got to make sure we keep Canesto in the loop because he's joining in, right? So that's one thing I like to do, folks. If you guys would like to join in, feel free to come over to Montego Bay. We're heading over to Tan Canteen right now, and I'm on VATSI. If you guys don't want to fly on VATSI, that's fine. But I've got multiplayer on USA West, all players. We're gonna have some fun here, right? So let's enjoy it. Let's have a good time with each other, and I hope everyone, like I said, once again, is having a great rest of their day. And I'm just excited to be flying with you guys again, because honestly, at the end of the day, this is what I find to be fun, and I also just enjoy your guys' company. You guys are absolutely amazing. You've all been amazing supporters of the channel, and I'm overwhelmed with how much you guys have done for me. So I totally appreciate it. I do. But folks, let's go ahead and get this thing rolling, right? So I'm going to go ahead and get the tug connected here. Requesting the tug to push my aircraft back. Okay, come on, tug, let's go. All right, we're going to climb to initial altitude of 5,000 feet. Waiting for this tug to connect so I can go ahead and disable my park and brake. All right, initial altitude is going to be 5,000. We're going to depart via the SID. Frequency is going to be 125.4. Transponder is 3043. We're going to expect runway 07 for departure. I think I've got it all. I think. I could be wrong, though. Guys, I've made a mistake once or twice, especially on VATSIM, right? Like, I mean, that's an easy place, I feel like, to make a mistake, at least. So I'm just trying to make sure everything else looks good, but it looks like the departure looks good. Everything looks good to me. I mean, this should be a good flight out. Let me just verify my legs page. Everything looks okay. CIA2 intercept, CIA10 intercept, DI-195T. So it looks like we had, oh, no, 195L. This all looks good to me, honestly. I mean, they're not giving me a star, or they're not giving me a star coming in time canteen, so I think we'll be good. Let's go ahead and disable the parking brake. Let's get this pushback started, and we will get going here shortly. All right, folks, we are starting the pushback here. I'm going to go ahead and turn on my bacon light because, you know, we got to have it extra crispy up in here. Let's go ahead and start with the right engine. We're going to get the right spinny fan on the back of the airplane going, right? Got to get that spinny fan going so that way we can get off of the ground. And we're going to go and push back to the left here really quick. There we go. This looks beautiful so far. All right, let's see. Oh, and guess what? My throttle is working officially. So I flew with Kinesto in 14 AD earlier, and I was actually having an issue with my throttles. Oh my gosh, Captain 12tooth is now following the channel. Welcome, my friend, to the Quasi Guru Twitch channel. Glad you could join us. We're currently flying today from Montego Bay over to Toncontin. It's one of the most dangerous approaches in the world to land at. You know, probably I would say first or second most to Paro, depending on which way you look at it. I'm assuming it might be a little bit easier in the CRJ, but let's not even kid ourselves. The CRJ is a very difficult airplane in a way to fly because of the way it flies. It's not simple by any means, but welcome back though. I'm glad to have you join in today. Where's the generator? Oh yeah, so generator switches Kinesto are up here. So right here you got Gen 1, APU generator, and Gen 2. But Captain 12tooth, welcome to the channel, and if you'd like to join in, feel free. We're on USA West. We're also doing VATSI, so we're doing a little bit of everything right now, right? We're just trying to have fun with everybody, have a good group flight here, and just see how things go. So waiting for, oh, and I guess what I forgot to do, I forgot to turn on my boost pumps. You know, without the boost pumps, the engines won't start, folks. Just to throw it out there really quick. All right, let's go ahead and just make sure everything else is on. We're going to turn our probes to the on position. Let's go ahead and fire up the rest of our hydraulic pumps as well. Everything's armed. Everything's looking good. I'm going to fire up my taxi lights as well because we're about to taxi. Seatbelt lights are officially coming on, and I think, honestly, folks, I'm going to be ready to go once this right engine and left engine get going, so we should be good to go. But welcome to the channel. Hope you're having a wonderful day. And just remember, folks, you know, if today is not so great, the next day probably will be, right? The next hour, the next minute, right? No matter what, we can always move forward towards a better meaning, towards a better life. But the first thing you gotta do is remind yourself that at the end of the day, no matter what happens, right, things will get better. And I think a lot of people forget that at times, so just keep that in mind, right? I just want to throw that out there for people. Okay, let's go ahead and start up the left spinny fan thingy on the back of the aircraft. Here we go, folks. We are firing up this airplane. She's going to get going here soon, and we are both, Kinesto and I, in a Spirit Wings livery here. Going to be departing here from Montego Bay, flying directly over to Toncontin. Definitely excited about this flight. I haven't done this one for a while either. I feel like I'm doing a lot of flights Mr. Pilot did with me when I was first starting out and we first started becoming friends, and I think part of it is they're very iconic flights. They're good flights to go on because they're fun, right? And to me, that's what I enjoy the most. I enjoy the most doing fun flights. So, all right, here we go, folks. Need to go ahead and make sure my horizontal stab's at 7.2. There we go. We're now set to 7.2 for my horizontal stabilizer. Looks like left engine, left spinny fan is coming up. Everything's good so far. Ground spoiler is completely disarmed. We can go ahead now, since we're ready for taxi. I think left engine, yep, left engine's completely up. We can go ahead and arm our reversers now too. Reversers are coming up, and let's go ahead and make sure that we've got our standby radio on standby mode, and I will go ahead and just make sure everything else is tuned in. Everything's looking good so far. Got no messages up here on our ECAS display. That looks good, so we are, appears, ready to go here. All right, folks. Everything is looking good. I'm just checking over my top panel. I'm going to go ahead and shut down the APU at this point. So I don't know if they do or not, James Martin, but I found a Spirit Wings livery there for, oh my gosh, there we go, Kinesto. Here we go, folks. Kinesto and I both rocking the Spirit Wings livery. We're both going to have some fun here in a minute, getting ready to depart here from Montego Bay, going over to Toncontin. So hope everyone's having a great day. And once again, guys, just glad to have you join in. Let's have some fun, right? That's the whole point of this. So guys, if you'd like to, once again, feel free to join in. We're in Montego Bay right now. USA Westall players going to fly over to Toncontin. Kinesto and I are both in the CRJ 700 with the Spirit Wings livery, and we'll see how this goes, right? We'll see how it goes. I'm currently, guys, opening up Navigraph right now to make sure I've got the right charts up for the airport. We're going to go ahead and open up Navigraph. Let's get this thing going here. Let's see what we got going on here for our taxi chart. All right, just make sure that we got the right taxi here. So we're going to probably take, we're probably going to be told to follow Alpha down to runway 7 here for departure. So I'll go ahead and pop this up so you guys can see it really quick too. Here is my Navigraph chart for the runway. Let me make sure I also go ahead and make sure you guys can see the airplane as well, right? That's a big thing. All right, here we go, folks. So I'm right here. We're going to be taxiing over to runway 7. And then from that point, we'll be getting going here. So definitely excited to get going. Let's have some fun, and let's make sure that this flight is another safe one here on the Quasi Guru Twitch channel. Going to go ahead and set flaps to 8 really quick, getting configured for takeoff. And we are all good. I am ready to go. All my lights are enabled as they should be. We'll go ahead and just turn on the local light now just so it's done. All of our other lights look good. Taxi lights were set on. We're good. Okay, I think everything is good to go, but we'll find out, of course, if I did something wrong when we take off, if the airplane starts going crazy, right? So we'll see what happens here. All right, good, folks. I'm going to go call out to ATC, let them know that I'm ready to taxi to runway 7. Okay, here we go, folks. All right, what was the name of them really quick? Because I called them Montego Bay Center, and I know you actually called out the right name, James Martin. I'm just trying to find it again here really quick. Saw you posted here in chat. San Juan is center. Okay. I'm trying to figure this out right now because I just saw it in chat. Now I don't see it at all. Where is it at? Oh, Kingston Radar. That's right. Okay, Kingston Radar. All right, here we go. I'm going to go and contact them really quick, just to let them know I'm ready to go. Kingston Radar, Spirit Wings Flight 669er, ready for taxi to runway 7, Montego Bay. Spirit Wings. All right, folks, here we go. Just waiting here for taxi clearance, and we'll be ready to go here. Kinesto, are you ready to go, my friend? Are you ready to go? I know you are. You're always ready to fly, aren't you? Thank you so much, James Martin, again. Appreciate that. Whoa. Don't want to slide my whole scene. There we go. Okay. I'm not hearing back from this guy. I'm kind of starting to wonder. Did he maybe go take a lunch? Not let us know that he's going to go take a lunch? Forgot to tell Quasi Guru he's going to go take a lunch. Probably. Kingston Radar, Spirit Wings 669er, ready for taxi.
Spirit Wings 669er, how do you read?
5x5.
Yeah, taxi via Echo Alpha holding for runway 07, QNH 1013.
Taxi via Echo Alpha for runway 07, Spirit Wings 669er. All right, here we go, folks.
Delta 1906, proceed direct Elsa.
Direct Elsa for Delta 1906.
METAR M. Just gonna go and pop the METAR into chat for everybody else. MKJS.
American 1515, maintain 6,000 feet.
1013.
Maintain 6,000, 1515.
Just gonna cross check everything. Everything looks good to me. All right, here we go, folks. We're gonna go ahead and get this taxi going. Let's get this airplane going, folks, because I know that's what you guys really want anyway. You guys want me to move, right? All right, brakes coming off.
1515, expect vectors to Elsa.
Expecting vectors to Elsa, American 1515.
Here we go.
American 1515, turn right heading 185.
Here we go,
turn
folks.
185, 1515.
American 1515, maintain.
Yeah,
6,000
exactly.
feet.
So I'm hearsay. That's basically what he was asking. He was asking, how do I hear him? And I think it's probably because he may have keyed up and maybe he got stepped on or something, and I just didn't hear the stop. But I did hear him that time at least, so that's always a good thing. But yeah, that's all that means. You're just basically giving them a copy of how you read them. So 5x5 just means loud and clear. If you were to say 3/5, that would mean, not so clear. 1/5 would be the absolute worst. Well, no, 0/5 would be the absolute worst because then you wouldn't hear them at all, right? But that's basically all there is to it. Looks like we also have some VATSI traffic here on the ground as well because I'm not seeing nameplates there. So I'm hearsay. Welcome to the stream. Glad to see you're joining in as well here at Montego Bay as we make our flight over here to Toncontin. So definitely excited about this flight, everybody, and I hope, like I said, once again, everybody's having a great day. I didn't realize you were in here, I'm hearsay, until I just saw you on the runway. I'm gonna be honest. You kind of threw me off there for a minute, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I was like, whoa! He's here, folks, he's here. Alright, here we go. We're gonna go ahead and just continue taxi here.
So 1906, you are 9
Let me go ahead and just verify here real quick where we're at. We're doing okay so far.
Approach from Bay 12, maintain 4,000 until established.
And folks, if you're curious about the CRJ, so if you're looking to maintain your center line, the best thing to do is look at your registration plate for the airplane. So right in here, this is the registration plate for the airplane. As long as you're in the center of that, your nose gear's in the center. So I know it's kind of difficult, especially with a newer airplane when you're not used to it, to lining up for like landing on a runway or something. But right there, that's the best way to line up your center line. And don't get me wrong, it's a longer airplane, right? I mean, like the CRJ is basically almost the length of an Airbus, right? The A320 at least. So it is a longer aircraft, so it's very difficult at times to tell how it might be crabbing in the wind, anything along those lines, right? But we're going to get going here, folks. Grateful to see you guys joining in on the channel. I am going to be working on some new things here on the channel as well. Plan on doing some overlays and stuff that'll be more communicable with chat, which will be kind of cool. We're going to be adding some features here, so we'll see how it turns out, right? But at least we'll be both departing here shortly, and let's have some fun, right? Let's have some fun. That's what we're all here for, is a fun flight, so let's enjoy it. Let's see how this goes. All right, here we go. Slowing down here for this turn as we come over to the runway, about to get cleared for takeoff, probably.
Delta 1906, you're cleared for the VORD and your approach runway.
Make sure I've also got this volume set where I want it. If this all looks good so far, folks.
15 descent to 4,000.
All right, folks, I'm currently stopped, holding short of the runway. And let me go ahead and contact him again. Kingston radar, Spirit Wing 669er, holding short runway 07, Montego Bay.
American 1550 descend and maintain 4,000. Spirit Wing 1515, line up and wait, runway 07.
Was that Spirit Wings 1515 or 669er?
Sorry, 669er.
Spirit Wing 669er, line up and wait, runway 07, Montego Bay. All right, here we go, folks. Gonna go ahead and start giving her some throttle. Let's get her on the runway. Let's also go ahead and get our landing lights turned on. Strobe lights are coming on. Taxi lights are off. All right, folks, here we go. We're about ready to take off here. Hope you're all ready for this flight.
I think there was a call in from American 1515. Could you repeat your block by the Spirit Ring?
Descend and maintain 4,000. Proceed direct to Elsa.
Wait a second. Is there another Spirit Wings in here? A 1515 now, too? That is absolutely crazy. I was not expecting that. All right, we are lining up and waiting.
Direct Elsa 1515.
Delta 1906, winds 0305 knots.
All right, we got everything else pulled back. I'm ready to go here.
Spirit Wing 669 after departure, initial climb 5,000 feet, winds 040 at 10 knots, runway 07 clear for takeoff, depart via the Bosom 7 departure.
Depart via the Bosom 7 departure. Initial altitude 5,000 feet. Runway 07, cleared for takeoff. Spirit Wings 669er. All right, here we go, folks. Let's go ahead. Let's get this thing going, right? So we just got cleared for takeoff. You know what that means, right, guys? Citation 73 Hotel Papa, cleared for takeoff. Runway 30, winds 230 at 8.
American 1515, you are 8 miles from Elster. I don't see you cleared for the view or the approach. Runway 12, maintain 4,000 full established.
Here we go, folks. Here we go. Here we go. Canesto's right in front of me, just a little bit here. Right, V1, rotate. Here we go, and we are climbing now, folks. We are officially climbing. Initial climb is going to be up to 5,000 feet per the controller. Let's go ahead and start to get the autopilot set up here. Going to go ahead and get about a 10-degree climb here going on, and positive rate, gear up, and we're going to go ahead and just increase our speed the best we can. We're going to go back to the climb detent here as well. Let's go over to navigation mode here for the departure. And we're going to go ahead and do speed mode here.
Push and start.
Flaps are coming up.
Carver Airlines 31.
Come on, baby. Let's climb. Let's climb. Let's climb. Let's see what we got going on. Canesto, look at this, guys. Look at this. Spirit Wings taking off. Flying formation out of Montego Bay.
669er, radar contact passage through 2,004, 5,000 feet. Turn right heading 170, proceed direct to Bosom.
Right turn 170, proceed direct Bosom, Spirit Wing 669er.
Spirit Wing 669er, continue climb to flight level 360.
Continue climb to flight level 360, Spirit Wing 669er. All right, folks, here we go. Heading mode to 170, then direct Bosom. I'm going to go ahead and get this tuned over really quick, and let's go and also get my altitude tuned up.
114, hold position, caution, or arrive in traffic on the runway.
While we're doing all this, I'm trying to get everything tuned up here.
Recognize 114, roger that, expect a delay on departure.
All right, here we go, and he said direct Bosom, so I'm going to let this thing just keep spinning around as we're departing, and we're going to go ahead and do direct Bosom. I'm going to go and execute that really quick. Bosom is now set. And now I'll go ahead and hit nav mode once we're almost direct here, and we should be all good to go. There we go. We are officially on nav mode.
13 minutes by the hour.
And we're going up to flight level 360, everybody.
Contact ground 121.7. Take care.
Getting everything bugged up here, so we're all good to go. All right, folks, we are officially up in the air. We are flying this bird now. We got autopilot taking care of us as we head over to Toncontin in Honduras.
We'll be closing in 5 minutes.
Oh, wow. They're going to be closing in 5 minutes now. Well, at least we had ATC on departure, right? So can't guarantee we're going to have ATC coming into Toncontin. At least that's not been my experience yet. But then again, last time I did this flight was Mr. Pilot 222 on his channel, and it was with Slayer T, 14AD, myself, and I think I'm Hearsay was even here. So, and Canesto. I mean, it was actually it was our crew, right? It was our great crew of folks that we all enjoyed to love and stream with. And folks, I'm excited to being back to streaming. I'm going to be honest with you. It's been a challenge the last week dealing with what I've had to deal with, but I'm back to streaming. I'm back to having some fun. I'm back to flying with all of you and just enjoying this, right? Because that's what we're here to do, is just have fun and enjoy it, right? So here we go, folks. We are on the departure. I'm Hearsay's already up in the air. He's in a TBM.
Apparently winds are now changed, so runway 30 is now in use.
And we got Canesto here trailing behind. Absolutely gorgeous, folks. Absolutely gorgeous as we're departing Jamaica here. Going to be flying over the water over to Honduras. Absolutely, and that's the thing, right? So I mean, to me, this is absolutely incredible. I've been an avid aviation enthusiast for so long, and I always have fun with anything aviation related, and I remember when Flight Sim 2020 first got released, I was saying to myself, I really want to get it. And I didn't know how bad my computer was going to run it and if it was going to be able to do it and all this other stuff. But I found out through time that my computer can run 2560 by 1080 Ultra with a few modified settings. And I love this simulator. You know, it's absolutely incredible. I will say it's the most scenic of all the simulators out there, right? Definitely the most scenic. It's absolutely gorgeous. We're also in probably, as far as I'm concerned, one of the best add-on airplanes ever to exist in a simulator at this point. Aerosoft has done a really fantastic job on the CRJ. It's absolutely beautiful. It flies really well. It's a bunch of fun. I'm telling you, it feels really good to fly this airplane. It feels really good to fly this airplane. But Captain 12tooth, how are you doing? You know, this is the first time I think I may have seen you in my stream, and glad to have new people always join in, folks. I think now we're up to like 120 some people now for followers. So, you know, it's kind of cool. You know, I initially started off Twitch streaming just as kind of a side thing, right? Like, come join me on my flight, right? Now it's become a lot more than that. Now I've kind of started to grow an audience and growing followers, and it's been a lot of fun. Yesterday, at one point, Boeing Skypilot came by with a rate of like 47 people. It jumped my viewer count up to like, I think, 87 or something like that. It was absolutely insane. But we were having a lot of fun then yesterday, too. I was doing a flight from, where was I going from? I was going from Kathmandu to Paro and back, and mind you, both dangerous approaches, right? And that's kind of something I enjoy. I like doing dangerous stuff, but I also mainly like just dealing with VATSI.
669, you're clear to proceed, Kruta.
Clear to proceed, Kruta, Spirit Wing 669. All right, folks, here we go. Direct Kruta now. Although, you know, honestly, I'd much rather him tell me direct crouton because I'm kind of hungry right now. I could probably eat a Caesar salad like in a heartbeat right now. A good chicken Caesar salad? Absolutely. You know, Captain 12tooth, that's the wonderful thing, right?
Delta, contact,
this entire community on Twitch is absolutely incredible. We're all really supportive with each other. Yeah, James Martin also joined in for Kathmandu too, so it was kind of cool. We had James Martin fly with us from Paro back to Kathmandu and had a good flight. I know Noodles861 tried joining us too, but I think he had a simulator crash shortly after takeoff. But you know what, though? That's just the wonderful thing about the simulator. It is so much fun to fly in the sim. We got I'm Hearsay over here. Are we that close right now? Where you at? Oh, gosh, yeah, we are. Yeah, right now, Canesto, I'm climbing with FLC basically at 290 knots. I know it says 305 out here, folks. That's the thing. You got to understand something about the CRJ. So it is incredibly disconnected from the simulator. It is its own piece of software. So a lot of things that you see on an external view are not exactly what's happening in a model sense. Not what's being reported to VATSI either. Let's go ahead and turn on the weather radar, even though the weather radar is basically in-op. We'll turn on the weather radar. I'm also going to go ahead and make sure we've got my TCAS set above and below. And let's go ahead and go over to REL mode. Because I did recently find out, yeah, TCAS is working. Look at this. We have an airplane over here. Wow, look at that. MSFS004, welcome back to the Quasi Guru Twitch channel. Glad to see you showing back up here. You know, it's definitely been a heck of a week for me, but starting to recover from everything that happened last week, and I'm just grateful to be back here on the channel streaming with everybody, you know, having a good flight.
Caravan Airline 31 requesting
yeah, but you know, one might say I've lost sleep trying to catch you. Oh, really? Yeah, no, I totally understand that, Captain 12tooth, and you know, I probably have to. As much as I hate to admit it, I have lost.
Again, Caravan Airline 31.
We close it in a few seconds. Monitor Unicom.
Over Unicom.
Yeah, so you know, I'm here. I'm definitely new to Navigraph.
That was not for you, sir.
I'm trying to get used to stuff. We'll monitor Unicom, Spirit Wing 669er. All right, folks, let's see here really quick. Let's go ahead and head over to Unicom 122.8 and just Man, this is just nice and smooth right now, right? Some nice Harris Heller stream beats. Andromeda skies, everybody. Just nice and relaxing here as we're making this flight over to Toncontin with I'm Hearsay and Canesto, some of my really good friends here in the simulator. You guys are just absolutely incredible. Canesto's like a little bit below me here as we're departing. We're direct Cruta right now. Like I said, I'd much rather be direct crouton. Like, I'm hungry right now. Like, they say crouta, I think crouton. I'm already set to standard there. It's only flashing because the airplane wants you to bump the button, which I don't understand that. I'm already at 1013, though, so I have no idea why this thing wants to flash at you, James, but it does. It's kind of interesting. Your indicated's 217. I am indicating 290 right now. Actually, I should be reading off Mach number, I guess, at this altitude. Mach 0.78. Got the plane 3 days ago. Yeah, you know, MSEP, it is a heck of a bird, but I'm going to throw this out here really quick, folks. So I am very apt, it seems like, to find bugs with the airplane. And by that, I mean, I find the bugs always on my streams. And I found one yesterday on the CRJ. And I ended up not flying the CRJ last night because of it. I flew my true and tried CJ4 working title mod, November 7-3 Hotel Papa. Everyone knows my candy red Cessna Citation. It's my favorite airplane that you can get for free. That's an amazing mod that the developers have done some incredible stuff with. 14AD, welcome to the stream. Glad to see you joining in here. If you'd like to, 14, come join us too. I'm on VATSI, but I know they were just closing up. We took off from Montego Bay and we're flying over to Toncontin. But I'm also flying on multiplayer too, so we're on USA West right now. I would love you to come join in, but so far it's going pretty good. But back to I'm Hearsay. So, Navigraph, I do like it. I do think it's worth the money now. It took me a while to kind of say I'm going to do it. And the reason being is I was always under that assumption that Navigraph would always be kind of like the ultimate thing to have. Well, Navigraph is like the ultimate thing to have, but the expense is just insane, right? That's always been my thought process. I don't want to spend that much money for charts. However, you get up-to-date air rack data, you get all Jeppesen charts, and Jeppesen charts alone in the United States would cost you about $900 a year, right? You get all these Jeppesen charts for basically every single airport. You've got all your SIDS and stars. You've got up-to-date air rack data, which means when you start to import stuff from SimBrief, it's almost as easy as just importing. And honestly, the one benefit I really find from it is not just having that AirRec data, but just being able to view charts in a moment's notice without trying to have to find them. Because there are some airports that I have not been able to Google search a chart for. And it makes it a little bit more difficult. But one centralized location where you can grab all your charts, you can import your flight plans from SimBrief, which was okay, so that's the other thing, folks. So I don't know if you guys heard or not, but SimBrief recently, finally, just made the announcement that they are essentially merging with Navigraph. And I know that sounds weird, right? Because we know that Navigraph's always been a part of SimBrief, right? And basically Navigraph is taking over. However, with that being said, SimBrief is still going to remain free. Exactly. So it's basically now SimBrief by Navigraph. Whoa, James Martin SM, thank you so much for the host. Totally appreciate that. And welcome back, JTV. Glad to have you join in here as well. And folks, once again, if you have not subscribed already to the Quasi Guru Twitch channel, I would encourage you to go ahead and subscribe. Follow. I always get those confused with YouTube and Twitch, but go ahead and feel free to follow the channel. If you would like to help support me, you can always feel free to tip as well as potentially subscribe later on. We also have a whole bunch of emotes here on the channel that are all audio tied. So if we go ahead and drop in my Quasi Guru Interceptor emote. Go Quasi Guru. Go Quasi Guru. You mighty flying CJ pilot. We've also got It's All in Op, right? Because a lot of things in the simulator do not work. It's all in op. We've also got one of my favorites, probably because I'm always being called out for it, but the Quasi Guru speed tape, because I'm always speeding in the air. So
Speed. I am speed.
And we've also got, on top of that, we have one of my favorites. So I got a challenge from somebody on stream once on one of my Monday fly-alongs to try to land the 787 Dreamliner at Saba, guys. It's the smallest commercial runway in the world. I did it twice. And one time I came down and I said, we're going to crab land this airplane. And so here you go. Here's the other remote. I'm going to go ahead and try to crab land it real quick. And you know what's funny, guys? So a lot of these emotes have been inspired from the community that has come into my channel, and I've been called the Interceptor for quite a while, mainly because first time I ever intercepted one in Flight Sim was in my CJ4, and I was intercepting Mr. Pilot 222. Wonderful Twitch streamer, folks. If you don't know about him, go take a look at him right now. All right, I'm going to go and drop him in here so you guys... There you go, folks, but go check out Mr. Pilot 222, another excellent Twitch streamer. We also have 14AD in here as well. 14AD is my first officer on occasion, and I'm his first officer on occasion too, so you know what? You can always possibly catch us on at least one flight or maybe 2 flights a week, depending on which channels we do them on, but I know I've been liking to do a whole 2 flights a week with him, so one on my channel, one on his. 14AD, another incredible streamer. If you guys don't know him, go take a look at him. Go click follow on his channel. Excellent streamer, great comedian. You'll enjoy his content, I promise, or you can get your money back. Well, you know, whatever you want to call your money. Let's call your points back. So we got 14AD called out. We've got we called out 14AD. We called out Mr. Pilot 222. MSFS, hello, glad to have you join in here with us as well. And I hope you're having fun here with the CRJ. It's definitely an interesting airplane, but I hope everyone's having a good day right now, you know, and I hope we're having a good flight. Whoa, Mata00 is now following the channel as well. Welcome, Mata00, to the Quasi Guru Twitch channel. We're currently flying from Jamaica over to Honduras. We're going to be flying into Toncontín. It's one of the most dangerous approaches in the entire world to actually make, maybe aside from Paro, let's say. But it'll be an interesting flight into Toncontín. Currently, we're on live weather, I believe, but I've also changed the time just so that we've got a little bit more of a daytime flight going on here. Let's go ahead and take a look at how long our flight time is going to be today, right, folks? Because I'm sure our passengers want to know, right? So let's go ahead and pull that up. We're going to go over the MFD menu, turn on VNav, and let's go ahead and view our window here. So I'm showing nothing direct for Toncontín. I think it's because I didn't punch in a runway earlier. Let's go ahead and do that really quick. Make sure we got the runway punched in for Toncontín. Somebody, if you'd like to, we're going to just drop a route into the channel. That way, if you guys want to join in, you're more than welcome to. We are on USA West, all players for FS 2020. You can always add me or, let's say, Canesto as a friend. If you want to add me as a friend, it's just Quasi Guru, same spelling here on the Twitch channel. Just go ahead and add me as a friend, and then you'll be able to find me over by Montego Bay. You should be able to join us in air and fly with us, and I'm going to go ahead and just, like I said, punch in the rest of this here really quick. So now that I've been cleared at least out of that airport, let's go ahead and pull up my arrival into Toncontín. Welcome back, Big Hoss. Glad to have you join in again. Grateful to see you, my friend. I hope everything's going well with you, and I hope your day is just fan-scriddly-umptious. Fan-scriddly-umptious? I don't know, folks. I'm hungry. I was told to go direct crouton earlier, but I'm pretty sure they meant to say crouton because I really like chicken Caesar salads. I don't know if you guys are like me, but chicken Caesar salads and I are like this, right? We're close. We know each other. We know each other really well. All right, folks, so we are going to be coming in to Toncontín via runway 02. We'll probably go ahead and do the RNAV in for Toncontín, and let's go ahead and take a look at some of the stars here for Toncontín as we're flying, and let's just see how we're doing here, folks. Let's go ahead and pull up Navigraph here, and let's see what we've got. I'm going to go ahead and expand Navigraph. Let's go and back this out. Let's go ahead and view the outside of the airplane. Happy Friday, VATSI, missing the F&O and looking for somewhere to fly. Come visit America's capital and help Malik Al-Tabai earn his center rating. Oh, look at that guy. So if you guys are interested in doing a VATSI flight tonight, head over to DC, you know, so that would be a good place to go to, so someone can earn their VATSIM rating. You know, folks, I've met so many good controllers here on VATSIM. The controllers are amazing, right? So like I've got one of the controllers I met several weeks ago. It's been over a month now, I guess. He's a Memphis controller, and he is at Dastros Gaming. He may not be in here right now, but I'm gonna give him a quick shout out so you guys can go ahead and visit his channel. Maybe click follow. Also, Cleared Approach is another good one too to go take a look at. You got Cleared Approach. You got my friend at Dastros Gaming, which he does Memphis Tower now. He just recently upgraded about a couple weeks ago, so he's been. All right, here we go, folks. Let's go ahead and get through this here really quick. I think I just lost my train of thought, if I even had one. All right, let's go ahead and just pull this up here. We're going to exit out of this chart. Let's look at Toncontin here. I'm going to pull up their charts. And let's go ahead and just show you guys the main chart here, right? So I'm going to pull up my planning screen so you all can see that. Here we are. We're on my planning screen now in FS 2020. And we are currently about to underfly Canesto, it looks like. So it looks like he may have slowed down just a tad bit, but let's go and pull up the charts here for Toncontin. We're going to look at some of the approaches here. So it looks like we have some stars. We got the Leaner 5 arrival, and no, wait, that's the wrong place. That is Montego Bay. I want to look at Toncontin. Open charts display. Let's go ahead and pull up them. So we have, okay, there we go. We got Toncontin officially up. So we have a series of approaches we can take in. Let's go ahead and take a look at their approach chart. Oh, I'm not on the wrong airport now. I'm back to where I need to be. But anyway, let's go ahead and pull up Toncontin here. All right, folks, so here's Toncontin. We have the Lipix, the Rebos, the Carib, the Galan, the Libus. Let's see what we've got currently here in the FMS, just to make sure that we've got everything else taken care of. I don't think it's really going to matter which approach we truly take in. I would much rather it be more of a straight shot, so that way we descend a little bit faster. So I'm probably going to say, let's see if we can take in the Galan, but I'm going to take a look at this other chart here too. Here's Vitan, Talig, Melvo. All right, let's go ahead and take in the Galan, I think, because the Galan is more of a straight-in approach, and that's going to make it probably an easier landing for us coming into Toncontin. So I'm going to pull up the Galan 1, RNAV runway 02. We're going to execute that really quick, and now we should officially have a official time to get us over there to Toncontin. I'm going to go and clear out some of these discontinuities really quick. That way we don't have to deal with those even. Delete this discontinuity because there's going to be some vectoring done. I already know that. All right, let's go ahead and hit next page. Next page. Everything looks good to me. All right, folks, we're going to re-execute this. And we are looking about 1 hour and 13 minutes for the rest of this flight, folks. Once again, thank you guys again for joining in with the Quasi Twitch channel, and hope we're all having a good time here. So how is everyone's days going though right now? Like, is everyone just having a chillax day? Is everyone, how are your days going? You know, I just got done doing some Lyft earlier and made some decent money doing that, right? So I'm full-time, I do gig work basically, and then I fly airplanes in my spare time, right? So at least on the simulator I do. I will say this, I am kind of being inspired right now. So one of our folks here on Twitch, Dave Rendon, he just recently got his PPL, and Complete Freedom right now is actually working on getting his as well. And so I'm really excited for Dave Rendon because he recently just passed his PPL, and Complete Freedom is currently working on his. I know he's been kind of busy trying to get it done, so there's a possibility he may not be streaming here for the next several weeks until he is able to complete getting his PPL, and I totally understand. You know, it's a lot of money that you have to invest into getting it, but it's a lot of work too. You got to stay focused, laser focused while you're trying to get it. But that's the wonderful thing, folks. There's a lot of people here on Twitch that are not just aviation enthusiasts, sim pilots, but there's actually real pilots here on Twitch as well. So, you know, but here's the other wonderful thing about this community. If you have a question, feel free to ask, right? So like, if you have a question about the airplane, right, that I'm flying, the CRJ, and you feel like, you know, maybe I have knowledge about how to use some of its systems, ask me, right? Don't assume that we're just going to write you off, because we're not, because most of us have the same exact love for aviation, for the simulator, for the CRJ that you do, right? And we just want to make sure everyone's having fun flying these things. But Big Hoss, MSEP, you had a great day so far. Excellent. I'm wonderful to hear. I'm really happy to hear that. Yeah, so my flight to Ibiza the other day was absolutely amazing. We had a bunch of fun doing that. I know we had a couple waypoint issues, but it was still a good flight. We were having fun on it. 14, are you up in the air with us here, friend? I don't know if you're still in here hanging out or not. I hope you are. But 14, we'd love to have you join in if you can. But Big Hoss, you've been okay, pretty lonely lately, but hey, okay, I got you. Well, I'll tell you what, Big Hoss, you know what? Here's the thing. I don't mind, if you want to drop into my DMs on Discord, or if you want to whisper me here and you feel like you need to talk to someone, feel free, because you know what, as far as I'm concerned, my door's always open, folks. I'm one of those people, I'll be more than open and honest with you guys, but I suffer from depression, and it's not easy to deal with, right? So like for me, for instance, this is kind of one of my escapes, right? Coming here on the simulator, streaming with the rest of you, having flights with the rest of you, it's my escape from my own head, right? Because if I stay too focused on one thing for too long, you start to ruminate and you start to spin down and you start to spiral. And I'll tell you what, this right here is what has helped me the most, probably, I would say, ever since I've gotten it. And I mean, mind you, I think I started late December on FS 2020, because I found out in December that, I could get Xbox Game Pass, I think, for 3 months for $1. And I was like, cool. So I got that, and of course you get FS 2020 standard, and I eventually finally bought Flight Sim 2020 because of course I want the full version, and realistically there's not much I'm going to play on Game Pass anyway. Like, this is the only thing I want to do is fly on the simulator. So for me, this has been an incredible experience. It's been an incredible escape. It helps me just, push on throughout my day and just have fun with everybody and just enjoy life, right? And I mean, I think that's part of it, right? Just trying to enjoy life. Canesto, I hope you're okay back there. I don't know what's going on, but I know you dropped back a little bit. I don't know if you're on live weather. You may not be. But look at this, folks. Look at that. That's the other thing I love about the simulator. The light reflections on anything, right? So, like, you have the sun hit the water. You get this nice, beautiful, like, halo of light that just emanates from the water and just so freaking beautiful. Also, the same thing with the airplane too, right? Like, I mean, like, you have sun that hits the airplane in a certain way and you're just like, whoa. Like, I mean, look at the windshield right now. The windshield is just taking in that sunlight. That's what I should probably do, folks. I should probably get a pair of aviators, because flying in this sim sometimes, you're like, oh, that's bright, that's really bright. But if I had a set of aviators, I probably wouldn't be worried about it, right? So, but yeah, we got Canesto flying along with us here. April 13th for the France and Benelux update. Oh, really? April 13th. I'm really curious what they're going to add too. So, folks, MSEP's just announcing here that April 13th, we're going to have a update on Flight Simulator, another world update essentially, that's going to add in France into the simulator a little bit better. So I'm really curious what they're going to add to MSEP. I'm pretty sure it's going to be pretty cool. Your speed's dropping? Yeah, I don't know how fast you're going right now, Canesto, but check your throttles just to make sure they're staying up. I don't know what's going on here. Let's see. In fact, you can register for the beta. Really? You can register for beta testing if you want to? How do I register for beta testing? Wait, can I... Is there anything in the beta contract that says you can't stream it? Like, I'm curious about that now. But folks, a couple days ago, I did a flight from Caraco to Princess Juliana. And one of my friends pointed out that, I should get the payware scenery for Princess Juliana, and I totally agree with them. I finally looked up the payware scenery for Princess Juliana. If you guys don't know anything about Princess Juliana, it's probably the most famous plane spotting location in the entire world, right? Caribbean island, coming down for a landing, and literally there's beachgoers that are literally standing right before the fence of the runway, and you're like less than 20, 30 feet away from this runway, right? And you got these airplanes just coming down low overhead, and folks, I'm telling you right now, Princess Juliana is so freaking incredible. Here you go. I'm going to show you guys some pictures really quick if you're good with that. Let's do some pictures of Princess Juliana. Here we go. I'm pull up my planning screen again. All right, here we go. Got a KLM flight coming down into land at Princess Juliana, and just look how low they're flying overhead. Corsair flight coming over at Princess Juliana. Delta flight coming over at Princess Juliana. And there are some airplanes that really like to take up the space coming down. Sometimes these planes are coming in so low that you basically have to duck. But the scenery, though, is absolutely incredible. I'm definitely interested in getting a hold of that scenery now. You know, and you're right about that, you know, Big Austin. Thank you so much for the love. I totally appreciate it. Love going back to you and support going back to you, too. Because, friend, trust me, I know how that goes. It's not easy, and I know at times, you know, we can appear fine, right? We can appear like we're pushing through, doing the right thing all the time, and sometimes it's still a struggle, right? And for me, at least, it's hard. It's difficult, right? I can't say, you know, every day's great, every minute's great, every hour's great, every second's great, right? But I know I'm going to have my moments, right? I know I'm going to have those moments, and I know that eventually I'm going to come back out of it. And it's focusing on eventually this is going to pass, right? This too will pass at some point. And I have to focus on that for a while, because if I don't, then you start to ruminate and you get stuck in those thoughts, right? And we just manifest so much, and we don't even think about what we need to really truly be thinking about to make life feel a little bit more beautiful inside, right? So Captain 12 Tooth, I totally agree with you on that. Corsair just got their 330 Neo to replace their 747s. Oh no! So folks, I'm gonna tell you this right now. So look, I am not complaining. I'm not an Airbus hater by any means. I'm not saying that. I think Airbus is a wonderful airplane, but when I was a kid, what I wanted to do is I wanted to fly the Boeing 747-400. And my ultimate dream is to fly the President of the United States in Air Force One. And I know that's probably cheesy, right? But for me, that's what I really wanted to do. What happened is my freshman year of high school is when my dreams changed. I had an English teacher approach me, and she said to me, she's like, you know, have you ever thought about how that would work with a family? And I was like, what do you mean? And she's like, well, you may not have a stable family life being an airline pilot. And I'll tell you what, looking back on that now, right? Like, I mean, we can always say hindsight's 20/20, and we can always say things could have been done different, right? But I think everything happens for a reason, right? And so with that being said, looking back on it now, I regret not saying to her, you know what, I'm fine with taking that risk because it's what I want to do, right? But at the same time, though, I will say this. Had I done that, I would have probably never gotten to this point in my life where I would be hanging out with you guys on Twitch, having flights with you guys on Twitch, because here I would be, you know, 32 years old right now. At this point, I'd probably be a first officer on, you know, some sort of airline. And I would be flying and I'd be enjoying it, but I want to be doing stuff here on Twitch. And here's the thing, though. At the same time, though, it also gives you completely different perspective, too, because now at this point, what I can do is I've had complete freedom to say, reach for the stars. I've had Dave Brendan reach out and say, reach for the stars, do it. You know, if you want to do something, just do it. And so at this point, I'm at that point in my life where I'm going to do it. I'm going to go back to trying to fly. I'm going to go ahead and eventually work on renting an airplane and working with a flight instructor and getting back up in the air. And I'm going to try to get my PPL. I'm going to try my hardest. It doesn't mean it's going to happen, right? And I get that. It may not happen, but even if it doesn't happen, right? At least I can say I tried. At least I can say I tried to do it. But regardless, though, no matter what happens, I'm glad I've got this community around me. I'm glad you guys are supporting me. I'm glad that we're able to support each other. And I'm really glad just to have this community where I can come to watch people fly airplanes and just have fun, right? Because that's what matters at the end of the day. For me, at least. Hey, Noodles861, glad to have you join back in on the channel. And Canesto, I totally agree with you. You know, I mean, here's the thing. Look, I'm 32. I may never become an airline pilot at this point, but who's to say that I can't go on to get my PPL, go on to get my IFR rating, go on to get my multi-engine rating, go on to get my turbine rating, and go on to get my commercial license, and then potentially maybe fly a private jet, right? Because I think that would be a lot of fun. I'm sorry, guys, I'm getting a little bit emotional here, but it's the moment that you realize that dreams are always possible to be achieved, that you say to yourself, you know what? You can't keep throwing stuff down the toilet. You can't just let those dreams walk away, right? So, okay, I gotta breathe here for a moment. I'm good. But seriously though, that's what I want to do, you know. And Noodles, no, I did not see the new announcement from Fly-by-Wire. I've been basically all over the place here, and but tell me, what's going on with Fly-by-Wire? Let's hear about it. And Captain 12 too, you're right about that. You know, effort is good for the soul, right? Because here's the thing: if you tried, you can say you tried, right? But if you never tried, you can never say you attempted it. You can never say you put in the effort, right? And there is a big difference between attempting to put an effort and not doing it at all. So, yeah, absolutely. And, you know, Noodles, I hope so too. I'm really interested in getting up there in the VA, guys. And guys, guess what? Here's things. I'm going to throw this out here really quick. I'm probably going to be doing a stream about it here in a minute when I get a little bit more better acquainted with their system. I started grabbing some of the software today. But if you guys want to get into flying a little bit more into a more realistic environment, aside from maybe doing VATSIM or other things along those lines, you can always join into a virtual airline. And we do have a representative of virtual airline here in our chat right now. Noodles861 is part of VIR Virtual. I'm part of that virtual airline as well. So it's Virgin Airlines Virtual Airline. They're based out of the UK, but that doesn't mean that you can't join them, right? Like here I am. I'm here in America, in Northwest Indiana, over by Chicago, and I'm doing it, right? I mean, I'm going to give it a shot, see how I like it. It's a little bit different because, for me at least, I know I'm starting kind of on the bottom totem pole, right? Because I'm joining an airline, right? So, like, I think the rank starts second officer, then you go up to first, then you go up to captain. But at the same time, though, it's kind of cool because, you know, you can fly more real-life routes, things along those lines. I think it'd be a lot of fun, honestly, so... Absolutely. I totally recommend it, you know, because here's the thing. It gives you a more realistic experience, and it gives you a little bit more of a fun environment. Like, to me, flying on VATSIM's fun, right? And I know that sounds crazy because you're talking to ATC and you're like, oh my gosh, I'm so stressed out. And believe me, I've been there, right? I'll tell you what, guys, I did not do a single VATSIM flight until about a month and a half, 2 months ago, okay? And my first VATSIM flight I flew to JFK, and I swear, I tell you folks, it was probably the biggest mistake I ever made in my life because there was so much ATC communication, so much back and forth, and I'm not so used to this, but at the same time, though, I've used a whole bunch of other resources and tools to help me learn how to deal with ATC, so that's VATSIM has an ability with vPilot where you can connect as an observer, you can listen in to ATC as you're flying, and not be tracked on radar, which actually helps out a lot, so you can listen to the ATC, you can tune the channels, listen to what they're saying. They're not going to see you on radar because you're in observer mode. You'll see the other traffic though, which is kind of cool, right? And you can actually go and just log in as an observer and just listen to what they're saying, you know, on the radio and take notes. And also do this too, you know, if you're uncomfortable, go watch some real life YouTube pilots, right? Like Steve-01 Knievo or Premier One Driver or Citation Max. Citation Max is also on Twitch, folks. He streams some simulator content as well. But guys, those are real people out there that are flying airplanes, and if you listen to their communications with ATC, it will help you achieve the ability to talk with ATC and become more comfortable with it. I know it's a difficult thing because you're afraid that you're going to get yelled at, anything along those lines. And you know what, folks? The last thing you gotta do is be afraid of getting yelled at by ATC. I mean, it may happen, but here's the thing though, don't take it personally, right? They're just trying to make sure traffic spacing's safe. And sometimes, yeah, it gets really serious in VATSIM, but I'll tell you what, for my biggest experience with VATSIM has been with really positive controllers, so there's always that. Oh yeah, absolutely. So MSEP, I live literally about an hour away from Midway and about an hour and 10 from O'Hare. So I'm not very far from either, but like I said, I'm in Northwest Indiana, so it's a little bit different. Yeah, so Noodles861, our CEO is Caribbean / USA, but lives in UK and moving back to Atlanta. Amazing. Also, guys, if you want to have a look, virtual.com, if anyone's have a look, we're growing great at the moment and want more active pilots. I totally agree with that, folks. You know, Noodles861 came in here, was it last Wednesday? No. Monday? Or it might have been the week before. No, it was last week. It was last week. So Noodles861 came in when 14 and ED and I were flying together, and he's talking to us for a bit. He tells us about the virtual airline. We go ahead and register, and I had an event happen. Lost one of my best friends. Passed away. He'd been sick for the last month, but no one thought he was that bad. But needless to say, though, I couldn't fly with him on their event. Planning on flying with them on another event. I know the virtual airline's very supportive, especially if you're a streamer too, so you know they can always help you grow as a streamer by helping bring the rest of the virtual airline members with you too. So, but currently today we're flying with Kinesto, and I'm hearsay over to Toncontin a few weeks ago. Yeah, okay, so was it a few weeks ago at this point now? Okay, yeah, I honestly can't remember at this point. Like I said, I've lost track of time, probably because of all the events that have happened, so it's been kind of a pain to keep track of everything, you know, but I'm doing the best I can, right? So, but no, you're okay there, Noodles. You're okay. You're totally fine. But folks, I'm just glad to have you guys join along here on the flight, right? So just enjoying the beautiful sights here. Flying over the water. Absolutely gorgeous. Enjoying the contrails of the Spirit Wings Flight 669er from Jamaica to Toncontin nonstop. Folks, we got about 52 minutes left on this flight. 55 minutes, I take that back. We have 55 minutes left on this flight. So if you guys would like to talk about anything else, if you guys want to talk about stuff, if you guys have other suggestions for this channel even, you can always feel free to drop into my Discord. That's !Discord in the chat. Feel free to drop into my Discord server. I'm always willing to talk to you. You can also join into the Discord Quasi-Guru live stream channel. Kinesto and I are both in there right now, and if you'd like to, you have your voice heard in stream by joining into Discord there. And we would love to hear from you, you know. Like, folks, I'll tell you this right now. I like taking suggestions all the time. If there's something that you want to do with me, if there's something you want to join in and fly with me on, or if there's something you guys could suggest. I mean, I had Slovenian Spotter, I think, last week or the week before make a suggestion that I do an all-around the world tour, and I'm definitely considering it. He wants me to start in South America, and he's actually trying to plan it out for me. So you know what, guys? That's the wonderful thing, right? And no, MSEP, I have not flown with Spirit before. However, I will say this. I know Spirit has a really terrible reputation in the United States, right? But they're also like the cheapest flight anywhere. We joke about it a lot, right? But Spirit does not attach the screen door to the airplane even. I know a lot of people aren't very happy with Spirit, but the one positive thing about Spirit is I did have a friend that flew from the United States, I think, over to... oh, gosh, where was he flying to? I'm trying to think here really quick. US, I think, somewhere over by Australia, and he took Spirit, and he said, you know what? As much as people rag on the company, right? They have some of the best rates for airline tickets. Now, don't get me wrong, Spirit will charge you for everything else. Everything else. They will charge you for your in-flight snacks. They will charge you for in-flight water. They will charge you for extra baggage, aside from a carry-on. They will charge you for everything. Right? But if you're looking for a cheap ticket, Spirit Airlines is basically the way to go. I actually, the other day, gave a ride to a couple from Gary, Indiana over to Chicago O'Hare. They were flying Spirit down to Tampa Bay, Florida. You want to know how much their airplane tickets were? You ready for this? You ready? $28 US a piece. I'll tell you what, I don't care if my airplane doesn't have a screen door on it. If you're going to tell me it's only $28 for me to fly down to Tampa Bay, Florida, from Chicago O'Hare, I'm going to pay $28 to go down to Chicago, from Chicago O'Hare to Tampa Bay. Okay, and Gold Monster 93. So drone camera. So you can do that one of two ways. I use the insert key and end. That'll go ahead and toggle your drone camera. You can use A and D to pan left. W and S will bring you pan forward and back. 4 and 6 will rotate your camera. 7, look at this, barrel roll with the drone cam, right? 7 will rotate your camera to the left. 9 will rotate your camera to the right. And then if you want an easier way, because sometimes insert and end doesn't always do it, you can come up here to your toolbar. You can ignore this right now. This is just a real quick built-in SimBrief tab that I haven't really tried using yet. I downloaded the other day. I'm trying to give it a shot so I can actually show you guys a little bit easier my SimBrief screen. But if you come over to the camera tab here and click, you can go over to showcase mode, and this will also go ahead and toggle your drone camera as well. So that's all you gotta do, Gold Monster. It's pretty easy. But Gold Monster, welcome to the Quasi Guru Twitch stream. Glad to have you join in today. And if you'd like to be notified before we depart, go ahead and click that follow button so you get notified before we make our departures. And welcome to the Quasi Guru Twitch channel as we fly from Montego Bay over to Toncontín in Honduras, one of the most dangerous approaches in the world. We got Kidnesto flying with me. We've got I'm Hearsay flying with me today. I'm Hearsay is booking it in that TBM. I'm telling you, he's doing really good flying that, so I'm excited for him. Tried it and removed it. Usual flights, popular destination. Yeah, exactly. So it really all depends. But here's the thing, though. And Gold Monster, like I said, I'm grateful to have you here. But like I said, if you'd like to, make sure you can keep up with the content, click that follow button, and we'll make sure that you're notified before we depart. Also, feel free to drop into the Discord as well. Oh, you already did. Okay, excellent. All right, feel free to drop in the Discord as well. That way you can talk to us when we're off stream as well. I can't even talk right now, folks, but here we go, folks. We're on our way here to Toncontín. Just beautiful flight we're having here. Check the message above the tour. Looking for it. Oh, okay. Bear with at the moment as I'm working a tour for the VA. If you think you can help, give me a shout and we can work together for it and you can be part of my staff. Really? Yeah, heck yeah, I'm down for that. Definitely down for that. But yeah, folks, once again, if you guys like to join into the Discord, you can also talk to me directly on the stream. That way, you guys can just, hang out here, chill, talk on the stream, have some fun. Guys, we're about 49 minutes away from Toncontín. Our top of descent here looks like we will be... Why does it always show like 45 minutes? 45 minutes down to 9,000. I need to pay attention to my likes page because I swear sometimes this thing drives me nuts, but we need to go down to flight level 182, well, flight level 308 by Melville. Is Melville listed yet? It is not, so I'm going to watch for Melville to pop up. We need to go down to 30,800 feet by Melville, 182 by Galan. I'm pretty sure those are our minimum altitudes, to be honest. Let me take a look at the Navigraph here chart, just to make sure. Absolutely, I would love to potentially be part of the staff. I mean, I would rock it, I think. I'm pretty sure I would. Let's go and pull up my Navigraph chart here just to make sure we've got the approach right. So, folks, we're going to be flying in via the Galan 1 approach, and I mainly did that so that we have got more of a straight-in approach on the runway. We'll be flying over this mountain, essentially, and we'll be dropping straight down in. So, it'll be an interesting drop because it's a very short final, essentially, at that point. But, folks, the thing about Toncontín is when you come in for a landing, you're basically flying right over some buildings and homes. Okay, and so you're dropping in, and you're dropping in pretty freaking fast. You're pulling back your throttles, and the thing is, right after you drop over those, you got to descend even more to get down to the runway. It's actually pretty insane. There's also a building at the end of the runway that you've got to avoid. So it's one of those things that if you almost don't hit the mark, it's probably better just to go ahead and toga and go around. Now, here's the thing. I will tell you this. Here on the Quasi Guru Twitch channel, I do not go around. I will put the plane down. I will put it down, and I will make sure that we stop before the end of the runway. I've never had to go around yet, but I can't make that promise right now because we are in the CRJ, therefore going around might be a little bit more appropriate at times, right? So we'll see how that goes, folks. But right now, though, just going through our approach chart here, Galan, we need to be down to about flight level 182. Then we need to be down to about 9,000. Like right here, it says that, you know, our minimum basically up to TG50, we cannot be below 9,000 feet. So yeah, you're basically descending really fast in there. The runway is at 3,349 feet. So if that gives you any idea, it's a really quick drop in to into the airport. It's absolutely crazy. It's a very, like I said, difficult approach. It's not an easy approach at all. Yep, exactly. So we've got I'm Hearsay in here. We've also got a couple new people that have joined in here as well. We got Gold Monster 93 that has come here by the channel. MSFS in here as well. We've got I'm Hearsay. We got Noodles 861. We got Big Hoss. We got Captain 12 Tooth. I'm telling you what, folks, I feel like the channel is starting to really grow now. And I'm excited about it. You know, I mean, yesterday was absolutely incredible. We went from like 9 followers to like 87 in a matter of, well, nine viewers to like 87 in a matter of about, I don't know, 15 minutes or so. It was absolutely crazy. And it was so cool, though, to actually have that kind of viewership. It was so much fun. Ether Master, of course I like you. What do you mean I don't like you? Ether Master, come on. Oh, I see what you're doing. I missed part of the chat here, didn't I? Hang on, do I know you? Why am I following? Ether Master, welcome back to the Quasi Guru Twitch channel. I'm so sorry, I completely lost track of the chat there for a moment. I'm sorry. Can you take my apology? I hope you can. Much love to you, my friend. Hopefully everything's going okay with you tonight. And, you know, folks, like I said before, you know, even if things aren't going so great, remember something. Things always do get better with time. And that's the one thing you got to remember. Remind yourself, things always do get better with time. It's like I've told you guys before, you know, I suffer with depression. It's not something that's easy to always deal with, right? But I do have my moments where I'm really low, but I've also got my moments where I'm doing well. And I'll tell you what, flying on Flight Sim has helped me so much. Just deal with it. So, oh, you don't have to take my first answer. Is that what it is, Ether Master? Okay, I see what it is. I see what it is. It's okay. It's okay, Ether Master. You know, I'll tell you what. Do me a favor, okay? Pull over.
Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you?
Pull over, Ether Master. Pull over. I'm going to intercept you right now. I'm going to go and try to grab it. Go, Quasi Guru. Go, Quasi Guru. Go, Quasi Guru. Well, you know what? That's all part of it, right? I want to make sure we're all having fun, you know? That's the biggest thing. We got to make sure we're all having fun, you know, in these on these streams. And it's not just about me. It's about everybody else that's joining in, watching the stream. And I'm just grateful to have you guys with me. You know, that's the biggest thing. Oh, I see what it is. Going for my PPL than my spa. Yep. You know, so I kept Noodles 861 up all night last night. He told me he was going to go to bed. He kept saying he was going to go to bed as I was making my flight from Kathmandu into Paro. And he stays up and he's like, well, I'm going to join you at Paro. And we're going to fly back to Kathmandu. And we had James Martin with us too. And we're all flying along together. And then all of a sudden I hear Noodles call out and he's like, my simulator just crashed. I'm going to go to bed now. It's like, okay. Well, Noodles didn't leave the stream. He stayed with us to our next raid. And he hung out there for a bit too. He's kind of like Mr. Pilot is, right? Where Mr. Pilot says, I'm going to bed, guys. I'm leaving, right? Or he says, I got to go to work, or I'm going to go do something, right? And he's still lurking in the chat. Like, Mr. Pilot's really good at doing that. So Noodles seems to do the same thing too. Oh yeah. So yeah, possibly a single prop aircraft. I would eventually like to get my multi-engine rating, get my IFR rating, get my commercial rating, and maybe eventually one of these days get a turbine rating and potentially fly a private jet. I think that'd be a lot of fun. Like, Complete Freedom shared with me that, he really wants to fly the CJ4, which is obviously the plane that this channel has, like, kind of taken off on, right? Taken off, right? Badumtis? Yeah, badumtis? Anybody? Badumtis? There we go. That's right. Got the badumtis in there. But yeah, that's really what's helped this channel take off a lot, is because I've been so focused on the working Title Mod CJ4 up until this CRJ got released. Initially, I wasn't going to get the CRJ, but you know what really did it for me? What made me get the CRJ? So somebody messaged me in my Discord, and his name's I'm Hearsay. Messages me in my Discord, and he is like, are you going to review the CRJ? Folks, I hadn't spent a single dollar on the simulator up until that point. Aside from buying Flight Sim Premium Deluxe, I didn't spend a single dollar. I'm Hearsay made me spend $50, and then I got the CRJ, did a review on it. Wasn't so happy with it on my first flight, but I flew from Dublin, Ireland over to Dusseldorf, Germany, and did that on VATSI and had multiple issues with it. It was nothing but complete chaos, and then I basically swore off not flying the CRJ again, and then I flew it the next day, and I was like, oh, it's not so bad. Okay, I'm getting the hang of it. It's kind of relaxed, it's kind of chill. It's interesting flying, but I'm really glad that Flight Sim came up with their latest update and the CRJ came up with its latest update, because otherwise I probably wouldn't be flying it most of the time. But I'm Hearsay basically made me get my CRJ, so I got my CRJ. That same day that I got the CRJ and I did the review and I did a giveaway on it. So I spent more money on a CRJ for somebody else, gave a CRJ away, and then the next day I bought a subscription to Navigraph. Folks, I'll tell you what, when you're becoming a devoted flight simulator pilot, when all of a sudden you're spending all this money on your simulator just to make sure that you can fly with others. But here's the thing, though. I'm here to say I'm grateful that I bought it. I'm not going to lie. It is definitely one of my favorite aircraft in the simulator now. I enjoy flying it. It's a bunch of fun. And now since the update, it's definitely a lot more stable. Don't get me wrong, guys. If you're flying into PARO, I'm going to tell you this right now. Do not, and I repeat, do not select PR888 as your transition. Otherwise, your simulator will hard lock. I've already reported to Aerosoft on their forums. They've taken note of it. They're going to go ahead and do their testing, do whatever they need to do, and it'll probably be in the next update that's going to be addressed. But I will say this, at least Aerosoft has been listening to their customers. They have been taking the updates. They've been doing what they've been needing to do to them to get the aircraft more flyable and more runnable in the simulator, because the biggest thing with this aircraft is, okay guys, we got 29 minutes to Melville. I need to go ahead and just start working on calculating descent here for this aircraft coming down. So Melville, we need to be at flight level 308. We're going to call that we'll call it flight level 320, because at that point, we still want to make sure we're maintaining a safe flight level. So I need to go down 4,000 feet by Melville. So at that point, we're going to look at probably, I'm going to do a 500 foot per minute descent. So that'll give me, let's see here, 8 minutes for descent down to 32,000 feet. So I need to descend 8 minutes before. So I'm going to call it 7, because you're also heading over there in that direction. So we'll call it about 7 minutes before Melville. So I'm going to just take note of that really quick, make sure we got that document, and we should be all good to go. All right, excellent. Yeah, definitely send me that message about fly-by-wire, Noodles861, and Ethermaster. They only fly at 320 and 320 Needles with the Pan W. Okay, excellent. Yeah, I don't think they fly the CRJ either, Ethermaster, but you know what? Someone made a Spirit livery for it, and I think it's just a fun livery that they've created, right? And I kind of like it. Now, don't get me wrong. I am one of those people that I look up registration numbers. November 700, November 700NK is not a CRJ registration number. It's actually for a Cessna of some sort. It's a 2006 Cessna 560, so it's a small private jet. So I was a little bit disappointed with that. Now, I will say this. So the registration numbers that are on the Canadair or Bombardier CRJ7s and CRJ550s that were released by Aerosoft are all real registration numbers for a CRJ7. So just throwing that out there, folks. If you guys are ever interested in that, Jordan PCX has been promoted to regular by being in the chat for 50 hours. Congratulations, Jordan. But yeah, that's the thing, folks. If you're flying, I'm very keen on watching for registration numbers, so I tend to use those a lot just to see if, the livery is copying an exact CRJ or not. But I will say this, it was kind of cool. So several weeks ago, 1480 are flying around, right? And, 1480 was flying by himself. I think I was flying with him, though. Someone made a comment in his stream about the registration number on the side of his airplane. He was flying a Delta livery, I believe, of the CRJ7. And needless to say, the person that made the comment has actually flown that registration number before. So it was actually kind of cool to run into someone that's actually flown that airplane before. And they actually gave a little bit of history about the airplane. So, the thing is, here on Twitch, not only do you have, aviation enthusiasts flying around, right, but you've also got some pilots that stop by because they're like, oh, this is cool, the simulator, right? Seeing the simulator experience instead of actually being up in the air and flying. But someone stopped by and they said, yeah, I've flown this airplane before. Yeah, so Noodles, the only reason why you can't hear me on Discord right now is because I don't have open mic on. I can go ahead and turn open mic on if you'd prefer to hear me on there instead. I don't mind that. Let me go ahead and do that really quick. Let me head over to voice and video. Let's change everything over. Okay, there we go. You should be able to hear me now in the Discord, right, Noodles? Pretty sure you do. Don't normally pay attention to registration number. The only registrations I know is my cars. Yeah, because it's that moment that you go to like Walmart or Walmart or Meijer or Target, and all of a sudden you left your headlights on, right? And you get that call over the intercom, and they're like, well, the person with this color car and this vehicle and this license plate number, please, check their lights on their cars, right? So can you do the expressway visual KLG31 approach sometime? I've never done that one yet. Yeah, so yeah, you should definitely hear me now, Noodles. I went ahead and opened up my mic so you can hear me on Discord. Let's see here, KLG31. Let me go and take a look at that really quick. What do we got here? So LaGuardia. Oh boy. Yeah, I'll definitely give that a shot sometime. I'm here to say I would love to do it. Absolutely. That'd be a lot of fun. I'm definitely down for that. I love doing things that I've never done before because it makes the simulator experience so much more fun, Because I'm going to go ahead and really quickly bug my altitude here because we're going to be descending here in about the next 24 minutes or so. But I'm going to go ahead and just bug 32,000 feet, flight level 320, as we make our descent down into Toncontin. Once again, guys, I have not flown this in to Toncontin yet, so you're seeing it here first on my channel instead of me doing this by myself separately. So if something goes completely awry, just understand that it's probably me. I'm not going to blame the CRJ, right? Because most of the time that I blame the CRJ, I find out it's me. Now, last night, I'll tell you this right away, it was the CRJ that was having the issue, so... But right now, we are not experiencing those issues. In the UK, it is a legal requirement. Really? It's a legal requirement to know your registration number in the UK? In the United States, it's not.
In the UK, it is?
Yeah, Ethermaster just said it is. Ethermaster just said it's a legal requirement to know your registration number in the UK.
I'm from the UK, and I have never heard that before.
Huh, interesting. Good luck is all I can say. I had 2 go-arounds. Oh, at Toncontin? We'll see what happens here. Honestly, Noodles, I'm one of those people that, I've flown Toncontin multiple times, at least on the landing challenge in the simulator. I never went around in on the landing challenge because I basically memorized where I was approaching because I feel like it's a very difficult airport to see because it's very last minute. Everything with that airport is last minute. And it's like you make that final cut to your left in the simulator to make the approach. Because I think in the simulator, you're probably doing, let me see here really quick. Let's see what we got here. In the simulator, you're not even approaching via LeapX 1. Okay, so honestly, the simulator is not even doing an actual approach to the runway. Whoa, Robbie the Commie, thank you so much for the subscription to the Quasi Guru Twitch channel. Oh my gosh. Whoa, Robbie the Commie, thank you so much for the Tier 1 subscription. Wait, an anonymous gifter is gifting Tier 1 sub to Oh, someone's anonymous. That's very cool. Thank you guys so much for gifting Robbie the Commie a Tier 1 subscription, whoever it was. I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Gifted.
Oh, you did? Okay, thank you so much, Noodles. Totally appreciate that. Totally appreciate that. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Anonymous. Well, Canesto, we know who it was now. It was Noodles that gifted the Tier 1 over. But thank you so much, Noodles. Totally appreciate that. We always appreciate that. Ether Master, please here, we'll pull you over and ask if the car is yours and what is its registration number. It's a quick way to catch out illegal drivers. Really? Yeah, see, the police here, at least from my own experience, like I've never been pulled over and asked my registration. Wow, there we go. This is freaking awesome. Thank you so much again, Noodles, for the Tier 1 subscription going to Captain 12tooth. Welcome to the channel here. A hype train is closed, folks. We only need one more person to sub, gift, or use 100 bits. If we have one more person, we will have officially started a hype train here. So I don't know if someone will do it, but if you guys want to, feel free. Understand it's not a necessity to subscribe or drop bits or subscribe, drop bits, or gift, but I do totally appreciate it, and it really does help. Wow. Oh, this is amazing. Thank you guys so much. I totally appreciate it. Thank you so much, Noodles, for the next gift, and thank you, Captain 12tooth, for the 200 bits. Totally appreciate it. This is amazing. Thank you guys so much. I totally appreciate it. Thank you guys so much thanks Noodles861 for dropping all those Tier 1 gift subs to the Quasi Guru channel. And thank you, Captain 12tooth, for the 200 bits. Totally appreciate that. I really do appreciate your guys' love and support. It really does mean the world to me, everyone. It really does. And I can't even tell you how much it means to me because, you know, like I said, when I first started doing Twitch, I never thought I was going to become an affiliate. And I never thought I was going to keep doing it, honestly, because when I first started, I was just like, I don't have a following yet. I don't have many followers. I don't know what I need to do. And I was always constantly like focused on, you know, watching these YouTube videos on what do I need to do better as a streamer. And honestly, I'm going to tell you this right now. To me, at least, the true success to streaming is enjoying what you do, loving what you do, and showing that in your stream, right? There's a whole bunch of other things that you're going to hear from people on YouTube or people. Captain 12tooth, 50 bits again, my friend. Thank you so much. I totally appreciate that. But once again, folks, it's one of those things that you don't ever need to worry about. At the end of the day, you don't really need to think about what can a YouTube video tell me to do better, right? It's about being a decent person. It's about engaging with your audience. It's about having fun, enjoying what you do, enjoying what you love, and sharing that experience with everyone else, right? And that's what I'm here to do. I want to share the experience that I'm having with the rest of you because I enjoy doing this, right? I enjoy flying with groups of friends. I enjoy flying with Kinesto. I enjoy flying with I'm Here. I enjoy flying with Noodles. I enjoy flying with Mr. Pilot. I enjoy flying with everybody, right? Like, Slayer T, Complete Freedom, 14AD. You guys are just all amazing. And you know what? Even if you guys have not joined me on a flight before, feel free to join me. I'm always open to people joining me, especially if you guys like VATSI. That's like my favorite thing to do because I love having ATC. I love the real-to-life experience of flying on VATSI. To me, that's just fun, right? But thank you guys so much. And Gayluder, welcome back to the channel. Glad to see you joining in as well today. Hello. And here I am. I'm just reviewing everything here in the chat, folks. This is absolutely incredible, folks. Thank you again. Noodles also redeemed a hydrate. I'll go ahead and do that for you, Noodles. Here we go. Cheers, my friend. I'm drinking low mineral, so you know. Oh man, I kind of needed that. I've been talking for a while.
I cannot believe you subscribe to our CJ4 Quasi Guru Twitch channel. Welcome and try all of the content. I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't ready. I feel like I'm never ready for that, but thank you so much, Noodles, for gifting a tier 1 to Gayluder, James Martin SM, with Tracker, Arctic Ellis, and Fico. So thank you so much again. This is nuts. We are level 3 hype train now, folks. This is absolute.
So I don't know who we're up to.
Oh yeah, you'll probably have to give it like 15 minutes now because I think, yep, this is the way to break it. May need F5 and refresh, but I'm showing it good on my side still. This is crazy. Oh my gosh, folks. See, I think I'm being distracted on purpose now because I got to descend here soon. Wow, this is crazy.
Welcome.
Noodles861 has officially gifted a total of 13 subs in this channel, folks. Thank you so much, Noodles. Rasmus2805, Mercy Town, Sawyer93, Big Hoss, Dane Flats now all have a tier 1 subscription to the Quasi Twitch channel. Captain 12 Tooth just shared 50 more bits. You know, Gayluder, I will be flying probably in Australia here at some point. I'm really starting to... This is crazy. Level 4 hype train, folks. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much, Noodles861. Thank you, Captain 12 Tooth, for the 50 more bets. Wow. I'm gonna give another quick shout out, folks. So Noodles861 is dropping gift subs like a boss right now, and folks, if you're interested in a virtual airline, take a look at www.virvirtual.com. I know, I'm still waiting for this thing to count down. I'm waiting for this thing to count down still, but he has officially gifted 13 subscriptions to the channel. And I need to send. Okay, let me do this. I gotta send. Whoa, come on, calm down. There we go. Down by 500 feet a minute. I'm gonna pull the throttles back to 50. 14 AD. Oh my gosh, 100 bits, my friend. Thank you so much. Totally appreciate that. This is absolutely insane, folks. 1480. Thank you so much for cheering the 100 bits. I totally appreciate it. I'll tell you what, just keep it. Level 5 hype train. I think you just broke Quasi Guru. And I'm pretty sure you just broke me. You didn't break my Streamlabs. You just broke me completely. Thank you so much, Noodles861, gifting three more Tier 1 subscriptions to the Quasi Guru channel, to M17ZZ, Showtax1, and Let Me Explain, She Be Quiet. I love that name. I love that name. That's freaking amazing. All right, folks, I need to go and focus for a minute. I'm actually losing track of everything here now. Get back to 250 knots here. This is crazy. Level. We completed a level 4 hype train. We're on our way to a level 5 hype train. This is absolutely crazy, folks. Thank you so much. Can I get this thing back up 200? I cannot believe you subscribe to us. Quasi Guru Twitch channel. Oh! Noodles861 just gifted another 5 Tier 1 subs to my channel to Mirage F1, Grumpy Pirate, Gutsu Fuss 01, Miles Lima, and Tongue Punch Fartbox 69. Subscribe to us. Wow, that is that's the first time my channel has ever hit a level 5 hype train ever since I became an affiliate. So thank you so much, Noodles. I totally appreciate it. I'm like I don't even know what to say right now. Like, I'm so appreciative. Thank you so much. It means a lot.
Hey, no worries.
That's absolutely incredible. So much fun, guys. All right, folks, I'm descending down to flight level 320 right now. And then by Galan, I need to be down to about 18,000 feet. And then after that, we're going to be nosediving, essentially. This is crazy, though, right now, folks. This is absolutely crazy. I know, exactly. You gotta have someone sort of privy to that, right? Alright, here we go, folks. We are slowing it down coming into Toncontin. I'm pretty sure this is the correct approach route, right? Canesto, is runway 02 the right runway coming into Toncontin? Canesto, did you hear me on that one? Oh my gosh, guys, thank you so much. It truly means a lot to me. It's... There we go. Try to crab land this airplane, right? We're currently about 14 minutes out, folks. We're going to be descending pretty rapidly here shortly, so I'm going to go ahead and start to increase our descent rate as we're coming down. I'm going to go ahead and start driving this thing to the ground here, because basically we need to be down here on the ground pretty freaking fast. We're 126 nautical miles away from the airport. We need to be down to, I'm going to go actually drop down to flight level 310 here, just to make sure that we are completely on the path that we need to hit to actually get down in here into Toncontin. It's going to be a very interesting approach because, like I said, I'm going to be approaching it basically straight on into Toncontin. We're 13 minutes remaining here, descending about 250 knots indicated, and we'll see how this turns out. So, yeah, no, and I totally, like I said, I appreciate all the subs, Noodles. Absolutely incredible. You have gifted a total of 21 subs in this channel, and most of them today. So, thank you so much for all the subs. Totally appreciate it. We hit level 5 at 103%. So, folks, enjoy your hype train badges, those who participated. And Noodles, once again, thank you so much for all the subscriptions. Also, thank you goes out to Captain 12 Tooth for all the bits, 14 AD for the bits that were being cheered as well, folks. It's a lot of fun, to have people participate and help support the channel and help us grow. So I'm really excited. But here, folks, we're going to be circling out basically all the way out to Galan, and then we're going to be flying directly back into the airport to land. So we're going to see how this turns out here, but hopefully everything goes well. Definitely received a level 5 hype train amount. I gotta see what I got. What did I get? Folks, I've got so many hype train badges as of late. Like, I've been the one that I feel like has been starting the hype trains lately, and then I'm just impressed because right now I've got so many hype train emotes. Actually, I think I already, okay, here's the thing. I already had that one. I'm all the way up to hype gems. And I think like that's where you end with hype train emotes. So like it's kind of cool, but it's like, man, I really want some more. Do the Melvo transition you said? It's the original? Okay, let's go ahead and see if I can change it over really quick. Galan. I do not have the Melvo transition. Is it RNAV02 Canesto for the runway? I just need to make sure it's RNAV02. Okay, so it is RNAV02. Okay, but I do not see Melvo as a transition here in my FMS. Is it because I'm on Galan? Maybe? So Canesto's not talking on Discord right now. Otherwise, he'd probably key up, but he's actually just messaging in chat here. Let's see here real quick. We're going down to flight level 310. All right, let's see here. And we are down there by Melvo, and then we need to start descending again here very shortly. Let's go ahead and head back into our lakes page, make sure everything's good to go. We need to be down to flight level 182 here, which is our minimums. Actually, I'm pretty sure I can just start descending like crazy, which is probably what I'm going to go ahead and do just to make sure we make the airport still on time. We'll go down to flight level 182. Let's go ahead and start the VS down on that. I'm going to VS down by about 1,500 feet a minute. Going to back off the throttles, make sure we maintain about 250 knots on the descent. It should show do no star. Okay, no star at all. Yeah, folks, sorry if some events are being auto-hit on auto mod because I've added in some filters and I'm trying to make sure that auto mod stops getting kind of dumb with stuff. But I added an auto mod for a reason because I figured after we hit 87 viewers last night, I wanted to make sure that there was a little bit more moderation going on in chat in case we start to miss anything. Because I've also getting kind of privy to the fact that, you know, eventually we may get hit up with follow bots. That does unfortunately happen on channels, and I don't think anyone likes when it happens, but I've also found out ways that if we do get follow botted, how to get rid of those follow bot views. So hope it doesn't happen, but you know, of course, there's definitely ways around trying to get it at least straightened out and fixed up if it does happen. So we just have to keep that in mind. Noodles, yeah, absolutely. If you want to be a mod, I can definitely mod you up here. Canesto's generally in here. He does a pretty good job as well, but yeah, I can mod you up if you'd like. Give you some mod privileges. There you go. Now you're a moderator. All right, we are descending down by 2,000 feet a minute, which it looks like I finally got my VNAV descent plugged in too, so we're looking good here.
Hey, Quasi.
14 AD! Oh my gosh, my friend, how are you doing? I've missed you, like, really bad. Like, Canesto's been threatening to crash my aircraft and all this other stuff.
Yeah, he'll do that.
I know.
Got here in time for the end of the flight.
Yeah, you did. I'm glad you're here because we are officially descending down into Toncontin in Honduras, and we're gonna see how this turns out. So, guess what? We just hit a level 5 hype train. We actually went above it. We hit 103%. Noodles 861 dropped. Noodles 861 dropped 21 subscribers, 21 subscriptions. Yeah, and then of course, you know, we had Captain 12 Tooth dropping a whole bunch of bits. We had you dropping some bits, and pretty cool. I'm actually enjoying the stream, having some fun here, descending down into Toncontin here with Canesto. Canesto's way below me. I'm kind of wondering if I'm still too high. Because Canesto is basically...
I've never seen a hype train that high, past 5. I didn't know, like, you could just keep going. I mean,
so you can keep going. The thing is, though, you don't get any more... specialized hype train emotes after that. It's just generally just, you know, basically, okay, just keep going right with the hype train. That's basically all it is. But yeah, I've seen
up to 5.
Yeah, it goes up to 5, and then you can exceed, but it doesn't there's no more levels after 5. So, Maple Aviation, welcome back. You just missed a level 5 hype train, my friend. Noodles861 donated 21 subscriptions to the channel, and then we also had 14AD lay down some bits, Captain 12 Tooth lay down some bits, and here we are descending into Toncontin with the CRJ, doing something I've never done before. Not very comfortable with it, but we'll see what happens here. Canesto is basically probably going to land well before we are, because I'm coming in on a different approach here. I'm coming in via Galans, which is going to shoot me way out, but what that's going to do is going to put me right over that one mountain where I'm going to have to suddenly just drop it in all of a sudden. I'm going to have to nose down, pitch down, and fly this thing like it's a CRJ 200. So we'll see how this turns out. I'm not exactly fond of this approach right now, but if I want to do the original... Yeah, go ahead.
Are you doing default live weather, or are you doing Rex?
Oh, I forgot to install Rex. I'm going to install it tonight, because I completely forgot. Let's do METAR for Toncontin, which is... What is their coding? And I just lost MHTG. Let's pull up the METAR.
Say, my favorite username from those gift subs was the last one. Tongue punch fart box.
It's funny because I'm Hearsay said something too, right? And I started laughing because I was just like, oh my gosh, that's hilarious. And I'm Hearsay said something, and my auto mod thought it was vulgarity.
Oh no.
Like here I am, I'm thinking, how can you think anything I'm Hearsay says is vulgar, right? I almost feel like I need to whitelist certain people in the chat now to make sure that they can say whatever they want, right? Because how the heck does anything I'm Hearsay come out vulgar? I mean, they were repeating a person's username. It actually, it made me laugh. I was laughing pretty hard at that. I was like, oh my gosh, there is no way in heck that is that person's username, but it was. So, but here we go, folks. We're descending down into Toncontin, having a good flight here, having a good time with my friends here on Twitch. Noodles861, 1480, Maple Aviation, Captain 12 Tooth. I'm Hearsay, Galuder. All these gift subs that have just been dropped on the channel. In fact, I think you might have just put me where I can open up my 5th tier 1 emote. So I'm going to have to work on a new emote for the channel and a new sound to go with it. So totally appreciate that. But yeah, here I am. I'm scrolling through my chat right now, calling everybody out. Ethermaster's in here as well. But folks, once again, I'm going to just say this again. If you guys are interested in joining a virtual airline, you can take a look at virtual.com. It is Virgin Airlines Virtual over based in the UK, but I have joined it recently and planning doing some flights here to talk about, making your flight simulator experience more fun, more realistic, help learn from other pilots, right, that are flying in the simulator, as well as other people that might potentially fly in real life too, right? That's the one thing I'll say here about Twitch. I've met such a good group of people. I've met groups of people. You're dead. What do you mean you're dead, Canesto? What happened? Did you crash?
I think he might have crashed because he's not on VATSI.
Oh, well, he wasn't on VATS. No, he's right here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
I'm flying on both VATSIM and the simulator itself. So let's see here really quick. 18,200. Then I need to be down to 9,000 feet. Then down to 7,000. I think I'm gonna go and
speed down a bit, Canesto.
I need to pull my speed back down too. Oh my gosh, this is nuts.
And runway is pretty high here. It's 3,260. Yeah,
I'm just dialing in everything here, trying to make sure I got the approach right. Because being in the CRJ, you're basically hand flying. Well, basically hand flying the aircraft, right? So, ooh, this is definitely one of those approaches that is going to have me shivering my timbers coming down. What is that? Here we go. We're coming down. Yeah, 14, do you need me to walk you through the approach on this one? Do you need me to walk you through it? I got you if you do. I'll help you out.
I think I might have it.
Now, don't forget, there's the mandatory barrel roll before you land, right?
Oh, I'm barrel rolling out of control right now. Don't you worry. I'm getting a few extra in.
I would hope so. Yeah, you got to get the airplane wound up, right? You got to get completely wound up so you're having a good descent, having a good time, having a party, and... oh gosh, guys, I'm not going to lie. I'm a little bit like a nervous Nelly descending right now to Toncontin because I have not done this one at all. Ooh, you know what, Noodles? You just gave me an idea for an overlay for the stream.
I'm gonna go ahead and try to crab land real quick.
There we go. All right, we're coming down, folks. All right, 1.5K. Let's see here. Advisory says that I'm a little bit fast coming down. That's okay. I'm going to just increase my speed back to 250. We're going to maintain this descent rate here and pray that we do not have too many issues coming down into Toncontin here. But yeah, folks, we're flying all the way out to Galans. We're turning around then straight for the airport, basically for the landing. It's going to be a very interesting approach coming down into Toncontin, one of the most dangerous approaches in the world to make, aside from Paro. Paro is probably the other airport that will make you a nervous Nelly as well, or make you a complete wreck like I am going to be here in a minute, as I'm just looking around here in the simulator, looking for waypoints and looking for this airport that I swear just disappears below you at times. So here we go, though. We're just descending down, nice and gentle, coming down into Toncontin, and this turn up here is going to be very sharp coming back around, so I need to keep that in mind as we make this turn here to the left. I'm going to go ahead and drop the power back a little bit, and we're going to start to really descend. What was runway height here again? 14? What'd you say runway height was? 3349?
It's like 3,200 or 3,300 about.
All right, folks, and we got the METAR right. METAR was 1018. Let me go ahead and dial that in for my baro setting here. 10.
I'm in a lot of turbulence right now.
I'm starting to get into some too. 1018. Dialing this in really quick. Let's go ahead and get all of these cross-checked really quick. Get these all set up in the same fashion at least. 1018. We'll come over here, do the same thing over here as well. One zero 18. That's 19. No, it was 1718. There we go. Okay. Here we go, folks. We're just descending down here into Toncontin, and hopefully we make it without many issues here. So 9,000 by TNT, because I'm dynamite, right? Hey. That's right. Gotta love some AC/DC, right? To add into your previous Splendor days, right? So here we go. We are currently still descending.
I'm down.
You're down? Okay, here we go. I'm making my turn in here for the airport, I think.
Did you do the mobile transition? Or
No, what's the problem? So I don't know how to clear out the waypoints once you, well, I don't know how to clear out the, I know it's going to sound dumb, but I do not know how to clear out a star after you've selected it. It's not just as easy as clicking, unfortunately. So I'm trying to learn how to do that the correct way instead of just doing it the way that I'm really accustomed to, you know? Let's
Microsoft has got the integration at the minute, maybe?
There's a possibility. I'm not exactly sure how to do it, though. That's the only problem. So let's maintain 1.3 coming down. Folks, Canesto is already down, so we're just making this approach here on a limb. We're going to go ahead and set our V speeds here as well for landing rate, and I'm going to bust out the flight recorder. That way we can actually watch the landing over and over again, even if I don't make this one a greaser. Let's go ahead and pull up flight recorder before we land. And I'm glad I'm actually remembering to use it now. Like, I'm terrible at remembering to use flight recorder on landing. I really am. I'm bad at it. Just waiting for flight recorder to open up now. All right, folks, let me go ahead and do now I'm going to wait to do the call out here. Let me go and back down the speed again, drop down to about 250 knots because that's what the airplane goes off for advisory VNAV anyway. 14 AD is making the approach as well in my favorite aircraft, the working Title Mod CJ4, folks. It is free if you're interested in flying an amazing aircraft in Flight Sim 2020. To go no further than the CJ4 working Title Mod, it's completely free to fly with. We also got some other people now showing up to our Discord as well. We got AB Bay that just showed up, so wonderful, folks. If you guys would like to, feel free to drop into the chat. We can go ahead and talk in here as well, and once again, folks, thank you once again for joining with the Quasi Guru Twitch channel as we make our descent into Toncontín from Montego Bay in Jamaica. So this is going to be pretty interesting here on this descent. I'm still not 100 on making this landing safe because we are getting kind of turbulent here with the winds. 14 ADs coming down. I'm going to go ahead and make sure my landing lights are... Oh, I forgot to turn them off. Okay, that's okay. We'll just...
you off, Quasi?
No, you're fine. You're fine. Why? What's up?
Okay.
No, just feel free to bring it down. I'm going to go ahead and pull my power back to idle.
Okay.
So
yeah,
you're good.
Know exactly where you are.
I'm going to extend my speed brakes, pull my power back to idle, and then that way you can go ahead and just make your landing. But
I don't mind looping around. Sorry about that.
Oh no, you're totally fine. Take your time. Get in there. I got you. Because right now I'm trying to line up for the runway anyway, and I'm still pretty high if you ask me. Cause she's so high, high above 14. Here we go. Yeah, I'm starting to see the runway. I'm going to go ahead and start controlling it myself. Autopilot's coming off, everybody, and here we go. We're going to make this descent myself into the airport. I'm going to start getting some flaps out, even though I'm a little bit fast for flaps. Let's get the landing gear deployed as well, because we need to get our speed significantly slowed down at this point. Whoa. Okay, folks, it's going to be rough coming down here, but at the end of the day, we're going to try to make this landing safe and successful, and hopefully no passengers will get harmed in the making of this landing, right? So I've got my speed brakes, I think, fully extended. No, I do not. That's the problem. Okay, fully extended speed brakes. I'm going to go ahead and just push down flaps 40. Here we go. Come on, baby. Come on. Come on, slow down. Yeah, generally, folks, if you want to slow down in an airplane, you don't push the nose down, right? That's a bad idea to push the nose down. Because right now we're descending like 2,500 feet a minute for this runway, but we're going to make it anyway. Whoa! Defardio TTV, welcome to the channel. Glad to have you join in. Toncontín traffic. Spirit Wings 669er, runway 02 RNAV, coming in for a landing. Spirit Wings 669er, Toncontín traffic. All right, folks, here we go. Oh gosh, this approach is actually kind of scary right now. I'm not gonna lie. Go for it, 14. Go for it. You got it, my friend. You got it, my friend. Go for it. I'm just like right behind you, so don't worry. If you see this big, scary Spirit airplane behind you, it's totally fine. We're going for the same runway, I promise, okay? Here we go. All right, I'm pulling back the speed brake.
Get out of the way.
Speed brake's armed. All right, here we go. Start pulling up. Whoa, 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 whoa. Come on, come on, come on. Come on, baby.
Sorry.
Work with me. No, you're good. You're good. You're good, 14. You're good. I'm trying to see if I can put her down. She's not cooperating right now. All right. Full reverse thrust. Full brakes.
Nice.
I don't know what rate I just put it down at, but I do know we're going to stop.
Did you straight in? Or...
Yeah, I basically flew straight in through Galans.
Yeah, that's not the approach you're supposed to do.
Oh my gosh. Well, no, that's actually one of the star sports, so you can actually fly in that way if you want to, but definitely not something I would suggest do with an airliner. I don't know, what did we touch down at, folks? Oh boy. That was a little bit hard. Noodles861, thank you so much for another subscription to the channel for Pilot Scott 24. So folks, we did put it down a little bit rough. We're about minus 339 feet per minute, but I did come straight in for the runway, so it's not exactly the best approach to make with an airliner, especially one of this size, but we are currently clear of the runway, so we'll go and call that out really quick, all right? Toncontín traffic, Spirit Wing 669er, clear runway 02 Toncontín. All right, folks, here we go, folks. We are officially clear of the runway, and we are taxiing over to the terminal. I'm here, Say is here, 14 ADs here, Canesto is here. Who else do we have joining us? Looks like someone else is coming our way, too. Oh, that's Canesto back up on Oh, he's probably replaying his flight here, folks. But folks, once again, thank you guys so much for joining with the Quasi-Guru Twitch channel. I know it was a little bit of a rough landing, but you know, sometimes that does happen, especially when you're making a straight and you're a little bit high. So it was a bunch of fun, though. I had a whole bunch of fun flying in with you guys. I hope you guys had fun too, because like I said, at the end of the day, that's really what matters. It's not just about me, right? I want everyone else to enjoy the flights as well. And that might be the reason why I was a little bit hard on landing. It looks like I have my speed brake still deployed, so we're going to go ahead and drop that really quick. Let's go ahead and turn our taxi lights. Actually, I'm going to leave all the lights on because of the replay. No, I don't need to, I guess, because it does replay, I think, in the correct manner. So let's turn off strobe light. Taxi lights are on. Everything looks good so far. We're just taxiing up to the terminal here to hang out with our friends, and then we're going to do a replay of the landing here, folks. I know it wasn't the smoothest thing in the world, but we did come down pretty fast for a landing. So descending about 2,500 feet a minute, so you know, probably pretty normal for a CRJ 200 to land that hard, but we landed just a little bit hard. Not hard enough to, you know, actually have an issue with the landing gear. I mean, 339 is a firm landing, right? Canesto's coming back in here with his Spirit Wings flight. His looked pretty good coming down for the landing too. Let's see how mine ended up looking, at least for the touchdown point, because I know I was a little bit late on touchdown, but we'll see that here shortly, folks. Once again, thank you guys for joining with the Quasi-Guru Twitch channels. We flew from Montego Bay in Jamaica all the way over to Toncontín in Honduras. Had a bunch of fun with you all, and I hope you guys had some fun too. Noodles861, thank you so much for all the Tier 1 gift subs that you've given today. Also, thank you goes out to Captain 12 Tooth, who cheered a whole bunch of bits, 14AD, that cheered some bits as well. We totally appreciate all the love and support that you guys are showing the channel right now. And once again, guys, I totally appreciate everything you guys are doing for the channel. It's a bunch of fun. Absolutely a dangerous approach. Yeah, that's the one where you bank the last minute. That's basically the hill. So, I mean, don't get me wrong, I don't mind making that approach, but I did come in straight down. I will say this, the altitudes, at least in the FMS, were like way off for where I should have been at. Like, I should have been at the minimums coming down. That would have made it a lot more safe for the landing.
Also didn't help that I cut you off.
Oh, no. I honestly, I should have probably pulled a 360 just to get just to get down faster, you know, but honestly, we still made it. We still made it safely. We didn't hit the edge of the runway. We didn't excurd the runway. So if you ask me, that's a safe landing, safe bet. So
I thought I had way more room. Like, I didn't realize you were so close.
Oh no, absolutely. It was still a good flight though. But let's go ahead and let's get parked. We're gonna replay the landing here to see how terrified everyone must have been as we made that landing. But once again, guys, thank you so much. It's been a lot of fun tonight, and I feel like, you know, every stream that goes by, I'm having more fun every minute, right? And it's mainly because of viewers like you that want to come in and join and help support the channel and help us grow and just watch as we fly along in this beautiful flight simulator that we like to call FS 2020. So, once again, guys, thank you so much. It means a lot to me. It really does. I mean, you guys have no idea what this does for me. It does for my self-esteem and helps me do, you know, to actually become more of like a functional human being at times, because I have my days. I really do. I think everyone does. And it's a nice reminder to remember at times, you know, that we're all human and that we're all going to not have good days, that we're going to have some bad days here and there, right? So, but once again, everyone, thank you so much here for flying with Quasi-Guru. And let's go ahead and let's rewatch that landing here. Let's also get the, well, we'll wait to start at the APU since we're going to be doing a landing. Let me turn on my lights here and make sure everything's reconfigured for landing, just in case the recorder does not want to show what we did exactly. I'm going to stop the recording here. Let's go ahead and do the replay here on the landing.
And thank you for the stream, Quasi.
Oh, absolutely, 14. You know, I love doing this. You know, if it weren't for... Like I said, if it weren't for you guys, if it weren't for everything else, I probably wouldn't do this. So, but here we go, though. Pitching nose down pretty hard. But once again, we're making straight in for the runway, so. And here I am noticing 14, like, oh my gosh, we're close. We're close. Just look at this approach, though, folks. Toncontín, absolutely gorgeous. I should have flown the minimums on the chart. That's really what I should have done, because at this point I was still pretty high, right? Like, I was at 6,000 feet. Yeah, that's pretty high. I mean, realistically, it's a very hard approach to make from this side anyway, because your minimums are so incredibly low. But here we go, folks. We're making the approach down into Toncontín once again. Here's the right wing view as we make this approach coming down in. And just watch this last minute, because basically, you know, instead of, you know, focusing on GPWRS callouts, I'm focusing more on maintaining the center line of the runway and just watching last minute as we're about to essentially go into a last minute flare, cut the power completely, give it full speed brakes as much as we can, and just put her down. But like I said, folks, I didn't realize I had my speed brakes extended on the landing. Had I not, we would have probably glided a little bit better coming down to the runway. But here we go, though. This is where I'm like, oh crap, gotta pull up, gotta pull up, gotta pull up. We gotta get this airplane just a little bit higher here. And here we go, here we go. Once again, right about here, we're about to touch down. Because right here, I'm saying to myself, I gotta get this bird down. We gotta get it down. And if you ask me, to be honest, that looks better than minus 339, right? That looks like a pretty good landing. I mean, don't get me wrong, you know, last minute I have to do some nose wheel adjustments to get the bird to sit a little bit more straight, but look at that. Absolutely gorgeous. That stop, we stopped well before the end of the runway. You ask me, that looks pretty professional. Almost looks like I knew what I was doing. Almost, right? Let's go ahead and watch that again, right? Let's see here. Let's watch it again. Let's go ahead and replay this again with a different viewpoint. Here we go. Coming back down again for a landing. Come on, airplane. Work with me. Telling you, I'm really enjoying this stream beats right now. Whoa, Noodles861?
Subscribe to our CJ4 Quasi Guru Twitch channel. Welcome
Tier 3, 3 months in advance? Noodles, thank you so much for the Tier 3 subscription for 3 months in advance. Oh my goodness, this is absolutely crazy, folks. Thank you so much, Noodles. Are you still here in the Discord? Speak up, say something. Noodles? Am I in the Discord? That's the real question. Did I drop it? Oh my gosh, Noodles. What are you doing tonight? You are just... Thank you so much for the support, my friend. I totally appreciate it. It's been a lot of fun tonight. It really has. Yeah, folks, this landing is absolutely incredible coming down on Tonkantine. I should have flew the minimums a little bit better maybe coming down. I should have just focused on paying attention to where the mountains were at and just hand flying it a little bit more coming down in, because honestly, that VNAV advisory was way off. I'm not going to lie. That VNAV advisory was way off. And that's the reason why I said, you know, guys, I haven't flown the CRJ into Tonkantine, but look at that. I came down right in front of 1480 basically as I'm coming in for landing. Here we go. Here comes the touchdown. Nice and gentle, basically. Looks gentle at least. I don't think it was that hard. I think maybe the lag is throwing off my numbers here for the touchdown. Because look at that. Doesn't that look like butter? Doesn't that really look like butter? I think this looks like butter. Yeah, exactly. You know, and that's the wonderful thing, Noodles. You know, I totally agree. You know, VA, I think, can definitely help, you know, add in some pretty good things. I mean, because if you want to learn more, you know, if you want to learn how to fly VORs and DMEs, you know, there's probably someone that can teach you how to do it at the VA, right? So that's always cool. That's always fun. Guys, that was so much fun. How about one more view? Anybody want one more view before we go ahead and head somewhere else? Let's do one more view. Let's go ahead and do a drone cam view here somewhere. Let's see if I can get out of this mode. Yeah, one more view, right? Here we go. Let's do it. I'm trying to get my drone cam to move though. My drone cam like is mad at me right now because of this replay. Yeah, you know, honestly, it looked like butter to me too. I think it was just because of my FPS dropping off at the end. Like, I know for a fact I shouldn't always run my PC in ultra mode, right, for these landings. Like, I should probably...
I cannot believe you subscribe to our CJ4 Quasi Guru Twitch channel. Welcome, enjoy all of the content.
Noodles, you are blowing up my channel. Thank you so much. You've now given a total of 28 subs in this channel. One for a BB4052, one for Matt Rog, one for Enigmatic Chalks, one for Obama13, and one for Knucklebuster. Thank you so much, Noodles. Totally appreciate it. This is absolutely incredible. This has been nuts tonight. But folks, let's do this really quick. I'm going to adjust my graphics settings just a little bit so we can go ahead and do another replay here. Wow. What was that, Noodles? Because you keep getting interrupted by the alerts.
How many is that now?
Hold on a minute, let me look. This is absolutely crazy. Let me pull up my channel here. I know the channel can get behind in the creator dashboard. It probably just got hammered. Okay, so I'm officially up to, I've got the availability now for one more tier 1 emote, so now I can go up to 5. Let me see here. What are my analytics at? I gotta look at this really quick. This is nuts.
27 apparently.
Okay, so
Let's make it to 30. Huh?
hold on a minute. So we went from 32. Oh wow. We are up to 67 subscribers now. 68. 69. Wow, Noodles, thank you so much for all the subs. This is absolutely crazy today. Jordan J242, Sky Command, Duluth Fly. I think we're at 69 now. This is crazy right now. I'm enjoying it though, I'm not gonna lie, I'm having fun with this. This is a good time. Definitely a good time. Let me disconnect my drone camera really quick so we can do a replay from the runway to see how my runway landing looked at least. Thank you so much, Noodles. I totally appreciate it. This has been absolutely incredible today. I was never expecting to get this high on subs, and the other day I was actually hearing one of my friends talk about, they just hit 100 subs on their channel, and I was like, oh, that's cool, I'm glad that you hit 100 subs, and then, wait, no, I don't want to record, no, replay, here we go. All right, folks, there I am up in the air coming down for a landing. This is probably going to be the most aggressive pitch landing you've ever seen before, but here we are coming down for a landing onto the runway. Once again, like I said, I think it was butter coming down. I think the only problem is that my frame rate was dropping so much on the landing that the gear just did not make the contact the way it should. SimToolkit Pro is kind of weird. In fact, I've noticed this with SimToolkit Pro. Depending on on a replay, for instance, sometimes you will see completely different results on the replays. Wow, Noodles861 just gifted tier 1 sub to Bumbledon too. Thank you so much. This is crazy. This is crazy. Thank you so much, Noodles. Again, I'm astounded by this. This is absolutely crazy tonight. I mean, you've gifted 32 subs, and I think, 28 of those have come from tonight? 28 or 29 from tonight? You also subscribed for tier 3 for 3 months in advance tonight. You've gifted 32 subs to this channel. I'm speechless right now. Thank you so much, Noodles. I totally appreciate this. This is absolutely incredible. I just can't believe the growth we're experiencing right now. But here's the replay, folks, as I come in here. Actually, this looks really good. This landing actually looks really good. Even though, of course, it's freezing up because of the replay, but... Look at that butter. Look at that butter coming down, folks. Absolutely incredible. Folks, once again, thank you so much for the support, for the love that you've shown me over this short period of time that I've been streaming. It's only been, Actually, it's not even been 2 months yet. It'll be 2 months, 2 months officially for me being affiliate come the 15th of this month. Wow, I can't believe this is happening. This is crazy. Thank you so much, Noodles. It means a lot. It really does. And this is absolutely brilliant, absolutely amazing. And once again, folks, I just want to give another shout out here to VIR Virtual here. Airlines. It's Virgin Airlines based out of the UK, but folks, it's a virtual airliner that you can go ahead and join. You can learn a lot. You can grow some more even just from being part of the virtual airline, because not only are they going to probably bring over people to your channel to view and watch if you like to stream, but you can also learn more about what it means to become a pilot, right? And actually fly along with other people. Canesto, I'm here, say 14AD. You guys have all joined with me tonight, and it's been absolutely incredible. And Noodles, I hope, maybe the next flight that we do here on the channel that you'll join along with us too. I love having people join in for these flights. It's a bunch of fun. Yeah, absolutely. And I want to do Princess Juliana again, and I will get Rex installed tonight so that we can see how Rex weather looks in the simulator as well. But actually, I'm just noticing this right now. Even live weather looks pretty good. Look at this. We're at a standstill right now. The clouds are moving towards us. That's kind of cool, right? Yeah.
Rex.
Yeah.
Rex. Okay, so Rex, if you want Rex, then obviously, because obviously your stream is part of the VA.
Yeah.
One condition is I can give you Rex as a subscription if you want the Rex.
Sweet. Definitely love to get it.
Obviously, if you want to obviously get it with us, then we can give it to you.
Okay.
And obviously, as long as you promo us, we can give you it for free.
Absolutely. I think that'd be a lot of fun. But here we are, guys. We're taxing up here in Toncontin. And once again, folks, thank you so much again for stopping by the Quasi-Guru Twitch channel. Let's find someone to raid. Let's see who's online right now. So we got Sky Command online. Good streamer.
I, is it?
Pilot Guy 335i. Yeah, he's pretty good too. I don't mind sending him a raid. Pilot Guy 335i. We got Miss Mara Play Stuff is Stuff. Digidriver's online. Have you seen Digidriver yet? You ever seen Digidriver?
No.
Okay.
No, I've not.
Digidriver is absolutely incredible. He's a really important member to our community. I've definitely flown with Pilot Guy a little bit, and I've given him raids before in the past, but Digi I've never been able to catch while he's online, so I think we're going to send a raid to Digidriver here. But folks, once again, thank you so much for joining with the Quasi-Guru Twitch channel as we flew from Montego Bay in Jamaica all the way to Honduras. We watched our landing replay multiple times. Looks like we had Butter Sim Toolkit Pros calling me a liar, but that's okay. You know what? Sim Toolkit Pro can call me a liar as much as it wants. But folks, I just want to give out some quick shout outs here before we depart here. But VIR Virtual Airlines has definitely been a great help to this channel. We have Noodles861 that has gifted 32 subs to this channel today, which is absolutely incredible. I'm going to go ahead and give some shout outs though. Aside from those, we also have let's see here really quick, because my credits are going to run for 30 minutes now because of that. But Captain 12 Tooth had shared 250 bits, it looks like. We also had, let's see here really quick, there's so much that has happened during the stream. I'm just trying to find everything that's going on. Boeing Sky Pilot, that was 21 hours ago, was yesterday's stream. 200 bits from Captain, 250 from Captain 12 Tooth. 14 Captain 12 Tooth shared another 50 bits, and we had 14 AD share 100 bits. And then Noodles just kept dropping subs like crazy. So, folks, once again, we appreciate all the love and support that you've given to this channel, and that I hope we'll continue to see here in the future as well. No, I'm good. I'm good, Canesto. It's not taxing off. It's going to replay all the way up until I parked, and it was right next to 1480. I don't know where 1480 went, but 1480, you need to get back in here so we can get a group photo with everybody. We're definitely missing you right now, my friend. But
my bad.
Oh, no, it's totally fine. You're all good. But, yep, this is where I ended up parking, Canesto. I parked over here. But let's go ahead and let's get this airplane shut down really quick now that we are officially parked again. Get back in my aeroplane. Take me on an air... Wait, my brakes are overheating now. Oh, because of every flight replay. That's hilarious. So I guess every flight replay causes your brakes to get hotter and hotter and hotter. So that's kind of funny. I'm not going to lie. I actually think that's hilarious. So let's go ahead and we're just going to get the airplane shut down. We're going to put the APU to on. Let's make sure flight recorder has completely stopped controlling the airplane. I think it has at this point. Parking brake is set to the on position. And let's make sure we get our APU door open. May have broke the airplane. Who knows? We'll see. APU door is not coming open, so... Oh, there it goes. It is opening now officially. Okay, so APU door is opening, and we're going to hit the start button for the APU, and let's get everyone deboarded, and then we're going to head over and see DigiDriver. So, Canesto, do me a favor. Go ahead and let DigiDriver know that there's a raid incoming to his channel. Just let him know there's a raid incoming. Don't tell him from where, but let him know there's a raid coming. Whoa, Noodles861 dropping 3 more Tier 1 subs to the channel. Absolutely crazy. 35 total gifted subscriptions here. All right, no problem. Let's go ahead and do that. Just make sure he's not ending soon, because I want to make sure we catch him at a good time here. We got 11 people in here. We'll send him a decent raid. Go ahead and shut down all these other lights and stuff too. Killer Ant 777, Skybound Sam, Mustard Stain 1989. Welcome to the Quasi Guru Twitch channel. Glad to have you all join in as subscribers now to the channel. And all thanks to Noodles861. Also, take a look at virvirtual.com if you'd like to join a virtual airline. Once again, folks, thank you so much for joining in. Had a lot of fun with you today. Let's get this airplane shut down. Let's get everyone deboarded. Maybe. Here we go. Okay, both engines are coming down. Both spinny thingies are coming down. Flaps are coming up to 0. I've got to make sure we keep a hydraulic on for that. And we are done, folks, officially. Let's go ahead and shut down the boost pumps. Let's go ahead and shut down the packs. Packs are coming down. Recirculating fan is off. Let's shut off the windshield heat, the probes. Let's also go ahead and kill the dome light. Also, the compass light can come off. All of our other lights are off. We're going to go and turn our emergency lights to the off position. Folks, once again, thank you so much for joining in with the Quasi Guru Twitch channel today. I hope you all had a wonderful time, had a bunch of fun, and thank you again, as it really does mean a lot to me, and there's been a lot that this community has done for me and that you guys continue to do, and I may never completely understand how I can be deserving of it, but I totally appreciate it. It means a lot to me, guys, and have a great rest of your night. Have an awesome rest of your night, and Canesto 1480. Oh, good. 14 just popped back in here too. I think he's also in. Oh no, Canesto pulled back in with the Spirit livery. We got 14AD here in the frame too. And folks, once again, thank you for joining in with the Quasi Guru Twitch channel as we have the passengers deboarded from the aircraft. I'll drop this photo into the Discord. And once again, folks, thank you Noodles861 for the Tier 1 subscriptions that you're dropping in here as well. So I'm just looking through some things right here. Check out the collab on Sky Command's channel if you can. Okay, so guys, there's another thing going on too. So there's a collab going on Sky Command's channel. I think that's with Mr. Pilot. Oh boy, let me take a look really quick to make sure that I'm right about that, because if that's the case, we may have to go give Sky Command some love right now too, right? So yeah, let's see here really quick. I'm pulling up Sky Command's channel really quick just to make sure I'm not losing my mind. Yep, it's Mr. Pilot 222 in Sky Command on his channel. I'm going through the ad here really quick to make sure that we got Mr. Pilot 222 showing on stream as well, because Mr. Pilot 222 has been an incredible influence to this channel and our growth.
They're doing a shared cockpit thing.
Are they? Okay, because I'm still waiting for this ad to play out, so let's see here really quick. Yes, they are. Okay, guys, we are going to go ahead and send a raid over to Sky Command and Mr. Pilot. Absolutely going to have some fun here. Folks, once again, thank you so much for joining in with the Quasi Guru Twitch channel. Have a good rest of your night and stay safe. Remember, at the end of the day, that no matter what happens in your lives, things will get better with time. If you guys feel like you need someone to talk to, feel free to reach out to me. I'm definitely down for that. Someone can really quickly for me just drop an ! Discord in the chat. Feel free to drop in the Discord. You can drop into my DMs there and talk to me if you feel like you need someone to talk to. Thanks so much, Canesta. We're gonna go ahead and send a raid over to Sky Command. This is a collaboration stream with Mr. Pilot. And once again, folks, thank you guys so much. Thank you, Noodles861, for everything that you've given me as well. Let's see, the channel is follower or subscriber only chat. All right. All right, folks, here we go. We are off. See you later. Have a good rest of your night and take care. I'm going to go ahead and just deafen myself in Discord for a moment here while we go ahead and roll credits. And once again, everyone, thank you so much. Have a great rest of your night. We will see you in the next one.